1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, besties. Welcome back to another episode of I Am Besties. I'm your host, Vanessa, and I'm here with Stephanie and our lovely, beautiful guest for today, Moreliadelahoya, Miss Model, Miss Gorgeous Queen. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you guys for having me.
How are you? I love your name, by the way, Morelia. I think it's so sweet. And like, I've never heard anyone. I mean, I know people have that name, but I never actually met someone with that name.
Have you ever heard of the city in Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was named after.
Oh.
So my mom is like from there, born and raised. Oh. And she was like, it's either that or your name's Debbie. And I was like, girl.
Debbie?
Can you imagine talking with me and just be like, hey, Debbie?
What is it with
she made the right choice.
No, dude, Mexican parents will be like, my brother's name Jose Antonio and I'm Stephanie Nicole. Like, bitch, why is it like the whitest name or the most Mexican name?
That's funny.
Do you like your name though?
When I was growing up, I hated my name because nobody could pronounce it. I went to a little private school, so all of like the kids that were at that school were mostly like white kids, or they weren't like Latino. It wasn't really like a big Latino community. So when they were saying my name, it was like Morelia. I'm like, oh. So anytime anybody would ask me, I would like lie and make up names.
Aww.
I know. But like now that I'm older, everyone's always like, oh my god, I love your name. I'm like, yeah. Like honestly, like I like it. I think it's very unique.
Yeah. For sure, and it makes you like stand out.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
I would always think of that. I'm like, if I ever get famous, like I have to change my name. Like Stephanie Ramierez, that just sounds a little basic. And I would be like, what's going to be like my stage name?
What would be your stage name?
I don't even know. I don't think I ever thought of a good enough one. All of them were kind of basic.
Remember we said that Steph's Got Milk was like pretty bomb? Like
Steph's
fucking
Got
around?
As like an ad name.
OnlyFans?
Okay.
And they go on to have no tits.
Surprise.
No, that's the joke.
Never let them know your next move.
Have you ever thought about a stage name?
Me?
Like have you ever considered being a stripper?
Oh my, okay. Okay, like maybe like back when I was in high school and I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with my life. I was like, can I say bad words?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh shit.
Can I say fuck? Yes.
When I was younger, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. So I was like, worst case scenario, I was like, I will become a stripper. I do not care. Yeah. I was like, I didn't know what my station was gonna be, but I knew it was gonna be something hot.
Yes. I love that though, that you even felt like, because I was always like, dude, I'm not like fit enough to be a stripper, and I don't like my body enough to be a stripper, so I'm gonna have to fucking figure it out, because that, and I feel like strippers always have really nice tits. And I was just like, these little babies, like, they're just not good enough for that, and I don't want to get a boob job.
But have you guys ever been? Sorry.
No, sorry. Been where? To a strip club?
No,
dude, that's actually like one of the biggest debates we've had on here.
Saul wants to take us.
He said he would. Actually, Saul,
hit me up when you guys go.
You haven't talked about it. He hasn't mentioned it. He said, I'll give you $100 each, and y'all go wild. And
I know, what a cheap ass, am I right?
Right? No, it's because I feel like, I don't know, it's never been something that I'm like, oh my god, I want to go to the strip club. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
I just don't know what I'm going to do
like,
there.
Right. That's what I feel like, bro. I feel like I'm going to feel like I can't look. Like, you know? I don't know. Like,
sometimes it's really cool because the girls technically pay more attention to the other girls. Like,
okay.
I've been with like my friends. So like, I had a friend that used to work at one, not as like a dancer. She used to be a bartender.
Okay.
So I would just like randomly go to like hang out. Yeah. Like, I don't know why I'm saying
that makes sense though. I'd go chill when my friends work.
But it was so cool because like you're just there. Like there's like no weird vibes. Like the girls are so sweet. Like I actually have a couple homegirls that are actually dancers. I'm gonna shout out to my girls. But yeah, it's so fun. It's such a like entertaining vibe, especially if you go with like a group and like you guys are all lit. And I feel like it's so fun.
That's exactly what Saul said. I'm not even gonna lie.
And I feel like
you're not going
up,
there for the wrong intention of like doing like weird nasty stuff. Like you're genuinely there to just like, I'm like, support your local dancers, girl. I'm like, I'm going over there to support my homegirls.
But did you go to like a high end strip club, or was it more like a
the high end ones? No, wait, I go to gentlemen's clubs. We don't go to like. Yeah.
Like out here in the Dino. What is it called right here? Like there's this ghetto ass one in San Bernardino. I forgot the name.
Library?
The library? Is that one?
No.
So I'm like, bruh. I'm scared.
Yeah, because see, everybody I know only goes to that one, perverts. But I don't know what it's like. And I think if I went to one, I'd have to go to two. Like a really trashy one to just kind of see the vibes, and then like a really nice high-end one. But I don't want to go to high-end one unless somebody takes me, because I don't want to spend my own money.
No,
that's my thing too.
No.
I would never.
No.
Yo soy tan pinche cola, bitch. Like, it breaks my heart to spend like more than $10 at fast food. Bitch, think I'm gonna throw money at the fucking strip club? No, I'm sorry.
This is why you take your rich homeboys.
Where you meet those?
I know. Like, first we gotta get rich homeboys.
Literally. That's step one.
Let me write it down real quick.
Saul's over there crying in the room. Like,
What about me, bro?
You're calling him a brokey.
Do you do your homegirls ever tell you like, oh, you should do it?
Yes. Yes. There was a point in time where like my homegirls were like, honestly, like it's just fun. It's just fun vibes. But also they're very careful. Like they don't really like introducing that lifestyle to other people because it's hard. Like I've heard horror stories like from like my girlfriends that are dancers, and I'm like, damn girl, like are you okay? Like genuinely, like a lot of their stories are really concerning.
Yeah.
But other than that, like they say they're like, if you want to do it, just do it. But it's not like you should do it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's not like encouraging.
Yeah, because I get it. Like they've probably seen a lot. So.
Oh, dude, I feel like that's hard because, especially with stuff like that, like how do you not take it home? You know what I mean? And especially because you're working like late at night. Like I'm like, oh, imagine you're having a fucking weirdo ass night and then you have to go home at like 6 a.m. and still count your money and then be like, fuck, that really happened to me.
Count your money?
Girl, you're not gonna go to bed without counting your money.
That's why you got money
crying. I've been crying, but bitch, I 5 G's in my hand right now.
You're all like this.
I'm like, it's okay. I'm gonna be okay.
I was just, dude, okay, so we just met someone who said that they had an OnlyFans for like a short amount of time. And dude, I've been wanting to, like lately now I'm like, I need a selfie. Like I need to get on that train. But I'm scared.
What? It's just your toes.
I know, but I have a weird thing with my feet because they were always bashed on growing up. So I kind of hate them. I'm like starting to love them now. Now that I see other people's feet and I'm like, sheesh. Like, why are you guys telling me?
Yeah, 100%.
So, that's
some people just be having their dogs out there like that, and I'm like, dude, let those babies away, mama.
I know. Like if your homegirl has ugly feet, are you gonna tell them?
Yes, girl, wear some closed-toed shoe, please.
Oh my, I can't do that.
We could not be friends, bitch. I'd be crying. I'd be crying. Like literally the other day, I went to her house. And she was like, dude, I don't want to wear these shoes because they're open toed. Like I haven't got my toes in. And I was like looking at my feet, my chanclas on, like no pedicure. I was like, fuck. I was like, but I don't give a fuck.
Okay, I will say though, I have a very strict rule with myself. My toes are always done. Always.
Okay,
I don't care. Like I don't care if I'm like bedridden. Like I will have someone come and do my toes.
You're real.
It's just like, I don't know. My mom.
It's just your standard.
I watched my mom growing up my entire life getting pedicures once a week. So I was just like, girl, we got to keep them tidy.
Like there's a regular
Love.
That's a regular thing.
As an influencer, have you ever sold, like have you had an OnlyFans or have men reached out to you like, ooh, let me buy this off of you or something?
I've gotten a lot of DMs in the past. I still get them to this day. It's not as crazy as it used to be like back in the day. But I mean, I've gotten some really weird requests. That it's not for me. Yeah. So I wouldn't necessarily like
So you've never actually gone through it, any request?
No.
Damn, you better.
Because I get some crazy ones, girl, and I'm just like, ooh.
Spill.
I know, I'm out.
Don't say. At least one that comes out to your mind.
One day you're like, what the fuck?
No, this is like nasty. I gotta say this one off the record to you guys.
Okay, one that's not as bad.
Like
a little basic one.
Okay, so someone screenshotted one of my TikToks.
Okay.
And they emailed it to me, and they my work email too. So I'm all thinking like it's like a work thing, and I'm reading it, and it's like a screenshot, and it's me wearing like these like workout leggings, and they're like, sell me these leggings that you've worn, please, like used. And I was like, ew.
Ew.
And I've heard that before. Like, what do you guys think these men do
Sniff
with
them.
these?
They probably smell them and jack off.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Just jack off?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, what's crazy is the amount of people that are perverted like that. For that, it's enough for someone to have a sustainable job from it.
Where do you think that comes from? Like How do you think someone gets so fucked up in the head along the way for them to be like, damn, this is what I want to do now?
I love stinky pussy.
I love like I want to buy
stinky.
that under.
I love end of the night stinky pussy, yummy. I love sweaty gym pussy. Like, girl
shower.
that's fucking nasty. Because I've seen a lot like on TikTok, you know, the people that interview like on the street and they're like, oh, you know, how do you make your money? And some people are like, oh, I sell my used underwear. And I'm like, bro,
I feel like those are advertisements too, low key.
so true. Hell yeah, plug in their shit.
But I don't think they actually wear them. I don't believe that for a second.
If I were to do that, I literally was thinking about it in the show. That's so weird. I would make like my man wear them and then just send them off like that. You know what I mean? Like,
imagine getting a threat. I know it's not you.
this smells like dick.
I tested it. This is male DNA on this.
See, that's why I don't think I would do that. Because I'm like, dude, you're literally giving away like your DNA to somebody. That's nasty.
You know, I never
pussy
thought of
juice?
that. That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
From your pussy juice?
You're like,
girl.
discharging shit. Ew.
Crazy.
Those are your juices. Your like bodily
Your
fluids.
most precious juices
I'm being
too.
educated right now.
That's why I think I would only sell feet pics.
Me,
Like, I can't sell my underwear.
I just sent an underwear out yesterday. I'm like, oh my god.
I feel like feet pics could be kind of innocent though. Not innocent, but like
it's feet.
Yeah. Like it's really not that big of a deal. And if you
really
want to.
and like you don't have to show your face, girl. Like you just
Exactly. I feel like that's the best one.
Have you ever considered doing an OnlyFans?
a long time ago, I was considering getting signed to an agency, like when I was trying to get like a manager and stuff. And there was this one agency that had actually reached out to me, but they only base their like in order to sign to them, you have to create an OnlyFans to like basically commission yourself, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it. Like monetize yourself.
Yeah.
And I really had to sit there and think long and hard about it because I was like, ooh, like a lot of really good opportunities because there was a lot of really big influencers on it. But I don't know. I just like, my family is so Mexican. Like, if my family caught me on something like that, and knowing how crazy they are, I know for a fact that somebody in my family would like buy like my OnlyFans just to go in. Girl, like buy it to like go in there and snoop on my stuff and like just be weird.
I do think about that, but I feel like more than anything, I think I would feel more uncomfortable because I have there's a lot of perverts in my life. You know what I mean? And I'm like, ew, like them having access to that, like that sounds so scary to me.
No,
that makes sense.
of course.
Or even like just like, because people can make burners, you know what I mean? Like they don't have to use their actual stuff. I always think about that. I'm like, what if like there's like a just straight like pervert from like, even not even just like my family, but like friends like close by and they just want that. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't personally wouldn't be able to move past that. So I give props to people that really are like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Because I'm like,
you know who I like love? That's like an OF creator, Anna Paul. Do you guys know who she is?
I don't know.
She sounds familiar.
Look at her face.
Babe, she's from
I think I just need to see
She's
her.
from Australia. Her?
Yes. Oh my god, I love her
I
vlogs.
love her. Her vlogs are incredible. So when I found out that she was like a S worker, I was like, oh, I love you
do you know
more.
what her content is?
I'm on her.
Do you know what kind of exactly what content it is?
I subscribe to her.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Yeah.
Because I love her. Like, I'm intrigued by her. I was like, girl, I'll give you $10. I don't care.
Yeah.
And so I subscribed to her, and her content was like very no, it was like rated R. It was like rated R content, but I'm assuming like, because you can buy more content, I'm assuming.
Okay, like, but you have to pay more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they can like direct message you and like directly.
I think that's what she does because she does like little sneak peeks. And I'm like, there's no way that she is Australia's like top. Like, what is it? Like,
but just giving this kind of content.
She's like the top creator in Australia.
Yeah.
From what I know. Like, Homegirl is set.
No wonder she'd be living lavish.
You see what I mean? Like, maybe if the first check came in and it was like amazing, I'd be like, yo, fuck everybody. Like, I'll do this shit.
Dude, I'm like,
I'll change my name and move to a different country. Girl.
bitch, I'm this close. Like, my fingers are touching. Like, I'm this close to doing it.
It's
like,
your little nail that.
literally, like, dude, like, one of our guests that we had literally told us that he only did OnlyFans for 2 months and he made like almost $5,000 and he closed it because he just wanted like a specific
for something.
Yeah,
for something specific.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? $5,000 2 months? Like, I struggle's out here, bitch. I hate my 9 to 5. I don't want to do that shit no more. Like, you know, like I'd be down.
I've heard of people literally doing that where they've like started like their businesses and their businesses are doing really well now. Yeah. But they started it with whatever they made off of OF. And I'm like, honestly, like props to you, girl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Props to you.
Also, I'd be scared
That's
though
smart.
that I'd be scared that though. Like once I saw the money come in, I wouldn't be able to stop. I'd be like,
you just keep giving more and more.
Fuck a business.
Like a gambler.
Literally, this is my job now. Like no.
I know. I think what does hold like probably almost anyone back is the whole family thing of like, how are they going to perceive you and stuff.
And you said you grew up going to private school. Yeah. Was it like a Christian, like a Catholic private school? And how was that?
Girl, I grew up in a very, very Catholic household. Like, my mom is hardcore Roman Catholic. Like, she prays every night, has her little book every night that she says prayers. Like, if anybody's ever sick, she was like, yo les hago una novena. Like, I'm gonna pray for them. Okay. And listen, my girl is like prayer manifestation queen. Like, I've literally seen this woman receive miracles, like, just from how much she, like, prays. So I don't know. I mean, I grew up in that my entire life since I was a baby. And then I went to, like, middle school, too. It was a private Catholic middle school. I went to a private Catholic high school. I went to a private Catholic all-girls high school. It was, it was a really, like, a long period of my life where I was very, very, like, religious. And it got to the point where, like, you kind of just, like, start to rebel against it. Because it's so, I guess, like, forced and pushed on you that you're just like, there's no way that there's just this. So it was an interesting way to grow up for sure.
Do you still like follow the faith now?
I don't like to consider myself like a practicing, I don't want to say like Christian Catholic person. I'm more of like, I believe in like spirituality and I believe in prayer and manifestation and like the universe, and I think like I think they can coexist together. Of course. So I'm very much into that. I think whatever makes me feel good. There's times where like I'll find myself praying, like when like when times get rough, I'm like, okay, I really need to fucking say a prayer. Yeah. And I never really sit there and like, okay, like how my mom does, where she's like in her little book and she's like praying. Mine are more kind of just like conversations with God. In a way. Yeah.
And did your mom ever feel like upset that you weren't following in her path?
Oh yeah, girl. She was so, because I would go to church with my school once a week. So we were in church, in chapel, like every week doing prayers. And obviously I took like, religion classes every single day. And so when I stopped, when I got to college and I started kind of like venturing off on like my own, my mom was kind of like, así yo no te crié. Like, I didn't make you like this. Like, why are you being this way? She didn't like that I stopped going to church. And it was kind of like, I just needed to get away from all of that. She was really upset. And she would, typical like Mexican mom, she's like, what she would tell me, she's like, te va a salir el chamuco, or like, but I mean, I don't necessarily think you need to go to church and like do all that stuff in order to be a good person. I think it's just like your beliefs and your morals and like how you are as a person that make you.
Yeah, of course. And do you guys have a good relationship now?
Yeah, we had a little like rough, like rocky patch, but like my mom and I are pretty close. We have our good days, and then there's days where me and her are like, like me and my mom and I are very similar in a lot of ways. So I think like she freaks out when she sees me because she's like, ¿Quién te creo así? I'm like, you girl.
Oh,
you did.
Pissed.
Yeah.
What's her sign?
Girl, she's a Leo.
Hey. Your mom maybe has a point, okay? Leave her alone.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
Yeah. Oh, girl.
It's just crazy because like every time I ask, like it's like I'm a Leo. My dad's a Pisces. My mom's a Cancer. And it's like it always. Your dad's a Cancer.
My dad's a Cancer.
Dude, see? I feel like, and it's like it always happens that way, and that's why I always ask. Whenever someone tells me they're Pisces, almost like 9 times out of 10, they tell me like the exact like opposite is like that's what their parents are, and I'm like, yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, my parents are very. They have like a very weird dynamic. My mom is very gritona and ojona, but she's vibes. Like she's fun. She's very like out there, like her personality, like she's bubbly. Yeah, she's a Leo, babe. Yeah, she's a full-blown Leo. And then my dad's kind of just like, I'm here.
My dad, dude, that's exactly.
He's like, I'm just here.
You just described my parents are divorced now. Up until very recently, they got divorced, but that's literally their relationship.
Yeah.
Well,
it's interesting.
I feel like it has to be like that though, like one that's really a lot, and then one that kind of like takes it and it's like, okay.
Definitely feel opposites attract, because I've even seen that in my relationships, like where we're not exactly like the same, and not in a bad way, but it's like you said, you level each other out. Yeah, like, there has to kind of be like that push and pull kind of like vibe going on.
Yeah, because I feel like if I ever dated someone like me, that's a lot. Like, I'm a lot, and I don't think I could deal with someone
that
like
chaotic
me.
energy.
Yeah, girl.
Like, I feel like I need someone that's gonna be like, okay, bitch, like, lower your voice. Like, let's calm down.
Like, babe, we're at a bar drinking. It's not
I
the
know,
time.
dude.
I'm gonna be loud.
That girl did not want to fight you.
Literally,
She
that
doesn't
is
want
me. Do you feel like you and Josh are like that?
Well, you guys know how he is. Like, you guys have met him, right?
Yeah.
And, like, he's very bubbly. He's very outgoing. So our personalities are very similar.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah, we're very similar. So it's a little interesting because I've always, like, been the more outgoing one and the crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh, I met my match.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I feel like that's always good because I don't know why I've also noticed that too. Like, you always like are in relationships with someone that you know it's like kind of like your opposite, which like yes, like you guys level each other out and it's dope. But those relationships never seem to work out. At least like what I know of in my own personal experience and like in other like my friends' relationships. Mm-hmm. And then it always happens that once you come out of that specific relationship where you have that dynamic of like where you've always been like opposites, you eventually find one where it's like you said, like you met my match. Like this is like my vibe. This like this is it, sure. You know? And it's like I'm ready for that. Yeah. If you guys are listening and you're like a Leo and like vibes, like hit me up.
Yeah, because I don't think it works for everyone, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like sometimes you have to have someone that is similar to you so you guys can enjoy the same things. Because for sure, I think when you're opposite, it's hard to find a middle ground of, like, where you guys are both enjoying something.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard when you're a very, like, outgoing person and, like, with my work specifically, like, it revolves around being, like, social. With people, being social, going around with, like, other people, like, interacting, networking. And it's, like, being with somebody that isn't that way, it's a little harder because now I feel like I'm dragging them to these things as opposed to being with someone who's that same type of energy and vibe. Yeah. They're kind of like, oh yeah, like let's go, let's run it,
love
like
that.
let's network,
let's link and build. Oh my god, I love that. Sounds dope.
Do you feel like you guys push each other kind of is because you guys are both in the kind of the same field where you guys are definitely like a team where you know want to push each other towards that?
I mean, it's fairly. Oh, I'm getting red.
Sorry, I'm making you
She's blushing. She loves her man.
Girl. Now you're making me more red. I haven't really had the chance to fully get there yet when it comes to those situations, but because it is fairly new. But I feel like we have a really good like dynamic, and it's interesting.
And you're like, so far so good, babe.
So far so good.
It's working out. It's working out.
Love that. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break to shout out our sponsors at Manscaped. Ladies, our friends at Manscaped are here with a deal you can't pass over this Easter season. They've got the tools to give the man in your life the beautifully decorated eggs of his dreams. Just because it's Easter doesn't mean it's okay for him to hide his manhood behind all that grass. Make sure his downstairs lawn is mowed and get him feeling sweet as candy by going to manscaped.com and getting 20% off plus free shipping with code BESTIES.
No, really, honestly, their products are so good. My little brother went into our room and he tried to steal Alex's nose hair trimmer. And he was like, you need to get me one. And I was like, girl, okay. It's time to put all your eggs into the perfect basket with the Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped. Inside this ball care bunny basket, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all his goodies. The Lawnmower 4.0 is an electric trimmer. It has their proprietary advanced skin-safe technology that is designed to trim hair on loose skin.
The Lawnmower 4.0 is also waterproof and equipped with an LED light so you can keep eyes on those eggs even in the dark. The Easter Bunny dropped off an extra special gift with Performance Package by adding the upgraded Weed Whacker 2.0 nose and ear hair trimmer, which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs in his delicate nose and ear holes. This package also comes with their Crop Preserver, Ball Deodorant, and Crop Reviver Ball Toner. Yeah, you heard that right. This is ball deodorant that can change his life and yours potentially. April is Easter, but it's also Testicular Cancer Awareness Month. Manscaped has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection. Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as a part of their We Save Balls initiative.
So save 20% off and free shipping with the code BESTIES at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code BESTIES at manscaped.com. Hop into the best deal of the year with Manscaped. We now return to your regular scheduled programming.
So talking about you and your bae, the first time that I saw about you guys on the internet was a viral video that went around New Year's, and y'all were like, hella look, smoochy smooch, little New Year's kiss. Were you guys caught off guard? Were you guys, because I don't know if you guys were already out public or not at the time. So how was that for you guys to kind of see that go viral? And it's like, fuck.
He's so private.
Okay.
And I try to maintain my relationships really private too.
Okay.
So we were still like kind of navigating what was going on between us. Like we were in that like we're dating phase.
Okay. Like we're seeing where it goes.
Yeah, yeah. But we knew like
yeah. Y'all knew y'all were about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously, like, we knew that there was going to be cameras and vlogging. Like, Laura is one of my closest friends. Like, homegirl, she literally vlogs. That's what she does.
That's her thing.
I knew she was going to, like, be vlogging the whole New Year's Eve thing. Like, it's whatever. And he obviously, he knows, too. I had invited him, and we wanted to spend, like, New Year's together. And, I mean, like, it was chill. Like, we knew that people were kind of recording and stuff. And then I'll never forget that next morning I had woke up, girl. I'm all still drunk. Still drunk from the
best
night
nights.
before. And I remember like so I have like a fake Instagram account that's it's a private account, but it's just for girls. Okay. So like I only accept girls on there, and I like, it's more of like my little bestie squad.
You're feral on there.
Yeah. You're close friends.
But there's like almost 1,000-ish, a little over 1,000-ish girls on there that I kind of just like, they're more like a private group. Like girls that I met through the internet or just whatever. Like it's very different, but it's very fun.
Okay.
And I get to be myself more on there. But I'll never forget, I had woken up that morning and I was kind of going through like my socials, and I was like, I'm just doing the regular thing. And then I see on my Finsta account, they're like, Bestie, what the fuck? Like everybody was freaking out, and I was like, what? And I go and I look at my phone, and it was a video. And it was a video that Victor, Laura's his being future husband, he had posted that it was like of like the countdown, like, and everybody kind of like hugging and kissing and celebrating, like it's New Year's, like whatever. And you see me and Josh in the background, like just full on making out. They were like, Bestie, who the fuck is that? Like everybody was like,
it wasn't even New Year's yet.
No, they were like, we know who this is. They're like, we know who this is. Like, spill now. And I was just like, fuck, caught red-handed. And then somebody else had reposted it, and that's where they had got the video from. So that was already kind of like out there. And I looked at Josh and I was like, oh my god, like what do we do? He's like, nothing, like it's whatever, like
it's out there already.
There's nothing really
together.
Yeah, it's just normal. Like we're adults. Like what the fuck? like it's nothing serious. And then a couple days later, I'll never forget, the video dropped on the channel, and like everybody was sending it to me. And I was just sitting there, like, exposed. Like, I was so confused because I was like, what do you mean exposed?
Yeah.
Like, they were making it seem like it was something that it wasn't. And I just, like, it was super confusing because we had done nothing wrong. Like, he was single. I'm single. I was single. Like, you know, we were both single, like, adults. Like, we were dating. Yeah. Like, who cares? We got caught kissing on New Year's Eve. Like, we saw you.
Like, get a room.
They're in the background kissing. I was like, damn,
no, really, that's what it
was.
I was reading the comments. Look, I was laughing because I was like, damn, people really. And we're like new to like the influencing space. We know we've already had our little hiccups here and there. And one of the things we've noticed, like, damn, the way that people just feel like they can comment on your life, but just by just like these little things they see of you, and they just feel like they can be like dicks, and they just like they know who you are. They like be saying some out of pocket shit. I'm like, that's fucking insane,
girl. It's a very like interesting industry, to be honest. You gotta have like a very like strong head on you and not let those comments get to you, because I remember when I first started like doing social media, when I first had started working with Laura, I blew up like overnight. She had posted me for the first time, like, actually tagging me. I had been working with her for, I want to say, maybe, like, 3-4 months. It was, like, in the middle of the pandemic. Like, there was nothing else to do but be on social media.
Okay.
And she had tagged me, and I remember my account, I had, like, 6,000 followers at that time. And within a span of, like, I want to say maybe 2 days, I had gained 25,000 followers because she tagged me. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And the comments were so, like, people were either happy for me, they were super nice, super excited, and then there was people that were just, like, coming at me.
Yeah.
Like, for no reason. Like, people
just being haters.
Yeah, just being haters, making comments about my appearance, making comments about just people didn't understand how I got into modeling. Like, it was such a weird thing. So, like, watching this happen with my whole situation with Josh, I was just kind of like, been there.
You're like, been there.
Yeah.
I know better
that
now.
doesn't hurt. I'm like, whenever people are trying to be, like, hateful and hurtful to me on the internet, I'm just, like, in my head, I just picture everybody kind of, like, in the corner of the musty little room, like,
oh my God,
you look like a horse, like, just, like, sending hate. I'm like, girl,
They said that to you?
everybody, like, their favorite comment to me for as long as I can remember is they tell me that I have horse teeth because I have big teeth.
Literally, I was just staring at your teeth and I was like, dude, like, in my head, I was like, first of all, your gums are amazing.
Oh my God, so thanks.
No, literally, they look so good. But I was also like, fuck, like, her teeth are, like, perfect.
Thank you.
Dude,
I'm all crying. Oh my
No,
God, that's
for
my
real.
biggest insecurity.
That was, like, my first thing right now, sitting, like, this close to you. I was like, damn, she got some nice-ass teeth.
Thank you.
No, literally, I've gotten that comment too.
It's like,
And I'm like,
what
damn, fuck you.
She's not making her appointment for veneers.
No, literally. You know what, dude? For the longest time, I wanted veneers, but I feel like not because really my teeth. I feel like I have a gummy smile, and
I do too, girl.
that's always been, like, my number one, like, insecurity, more than, like, my acne, more than, like, having hip dips and shit like that. I'd be like, bro, like, my gums is, like, I just hate my fucking gums so much. And but I feel like that was more like high school me. I feel like I've definitely gone on a, like, healing journey, and, like, I'm on a spiritual journey right now, and I feel like I really do. I feel like seeing myself in a place of, like, radical love now and acceptance, and there's shit that sometimes, like, I do. It's funny, like, sometimes, like, I accept myself and I love it, and, like, I could smile and laugh now really big, and because I used to laugh and always like this,
Hydrate.
always, all the time.
I do that too sometimes.
And
Yeah.
dude, and I used to do it, and sometimes it'll slip up, but it's like I'll never do it now. Like, I'm always, like, straight up, like, this is me. Like, either love me or hate me. Like, I don't give a fuck because I know I'm cool with, like, how I look now.
Yeah.
And it's funny because there'll be, like, those slight times where I'll do feel a little, like, tug of, like, just, like, old me, like, no, like, don't smile too hard, like, don't. And then I'm just like, no, it's okay. Like, you know, like, I'm kind of, like, giving myself, like, that little pep talk, like, you know, like, we're good, like, you know, because I've definitely met people who I've looked up to and I've gotten close to, and that to me, I, like, think they're, like, goddesses, and then they, like, open up to me about, like, their, like, self-hate towards themselves, and, like, there's, like, just the issues that they have with their self-image, and I'm like, bro, but you're, like, perfect, you know, like, in my eyes, like, you look so, like, good, and it's like, if you have these issues and I think you look fucking amazing, then to me it tells me that it's not really about how you look, it's just about what you think about yourself. And kind of, like, when I had, like, that realization, it was really easier for me to, like, just love and accept, like, everything about myself, like, 100%.
100%.
I don't know if I'm not, I mean, I might still get veneers. I'm just like, but
I'm not turning it down.
but you know, but right now I'm not, like, breaking my back trying to, like, you know, make it happen.
Like, there was a point where it got so serious with me that people were just constantly, and you know what's crazy? I think about it now, I'm like, it was definitely the same person on multiple accounts, like, just saying it because they know it would get to me. They would constantly comment about my teeth and, like, my gums, and, like, it's just so crazy. Like, people look at, like, the smallest things on social media and it's like, for what?
Dude, and you know the craziest thing is that those people that comment on those things specifically, I, like, 10 out of 10, like, that's what they hate about themselves. And I realized that too because, like I said, me, like, my insecurity is always was my gums, and I've never been one to spread hate. I've never been one to comment mean things, but I wouldn't lie if I said that, like, when I was on my feed and, like, I saw a picture of someone smiling, like, my attention would immediately go to, like, their gums, and not like some talking shit, but it's just what, like, I hate about myself. So when I would see them smiling so big, I would be like, how?
Yeah,
you know, not like some fucked up shit. I would just
more
be
like, how are you comfortable and I
so
can't
comfortable?
get?
Like, I want to do that. Like, I want to post this picture of me not give a fuck about, like, my gummy smile, and, like, I'm not there yet.
It's like the projection,
you know, exactly,
yeah, for sure.
100%. So, like, that's also helped me to, like, whenever I see someone, like, leave a negative comment about something physical about me, I'm like, that's fine. Like, because I know if you're commenting things about me, I know you're having like a 10 times worse like battle in your head right now with yourself, like for sure.
Yeah.
Also, too, like pretty girls don't hate on other people.
100%. That part.
I have never had a bad bitch ever hate on me.
That part.
Not once in my life. And I would never ever dare to leave like a mean comment to anybody.
No.
Literally. I don't care. I don't even care how mean they are to me. Like anytime anybody has ever said anything mean to me, I always hit them with like, I hope you have a great day.
Oh, and that makes them livid.
And they're like, bitch. I'm like,
shut the fuck up, bitch. I know you're mad. Like, girl.
Or they block me, and I'm just like, I thought you were both. Like, what happened?
That's so true.
Because people get mad when they don't get a reaction out of you. But honestly, having this conversation right now, this whole time I've been like going like that to the camera. I'm like, fuck. Because I feel like on camera, especially here, I try not to wear things that make me feel like, oh, they're gonna see this, like my arms or like my lonjitas or whatever. I'm like, oh, don't wear that. And today I was like, fuck it, bitch, you're gonna wear this and like you're gonna look how you're gonna look.
You look fucking amazing.
Thank you.
That color looks really cute.
I'm over here like slowly crouching down, but it is hard, and it's hard to not, because it's like you said, like you don't do it in a malicious way. Like sometimes I'll look at people's arms, not because I think, oh, this bitch has big ass arms. I just hate mine, and I'm like,
so like, how can you do it?
Yeah, like how are you? Where did you gain that confidence? Not that you need, because for some reason I can only. Like, I talk a lot of shit on myself, but I fucking despise when someone else does it to themselves. Yeah. Like, if I heard somebody talking about their arms, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're perfect. Don't think about that. You look amazing. And then I'll go home and I'll be like, but look at your fat arms, bitch. So it's a battle between. And honestly, it does make you feel better a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like when someone that you think is more pretty, like you're like, oh, you're insecure too. Great.
Also, we're all insecure.
Yeah.
So you have a sister and 4 brothers?
5 brothers.
5 brothers.
Damn. Yeah. So I have my 5 brothers and I have my sister, but there's like a massive age gap like between all of us. My sister is my youngest brother. Our age gap is 15 to 16 years, I believe.
Whoa.
And my oldest brother, I believe it's 28 years, almost 30 years, like the age gap between us.
Holy shit.
So he's like,
and 50? He's 15 years older than you, or younger.
My brother?
Yeah.
Older.
So you're the youngest.
I'm the baby of the family.
How old is your sister?
She just turned 41.
Wow.
So damn.
So your parents are a lot older.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sugar daddy vibes. My dad is actually 83 and my mom is 63.
Shut the fuck up. Your dad is a cradle. What are they
robber?
Yes.
Yeah. Bro, my dad's 11 years older than my mom, and I always thought. I mean, yours is like way. I'm like
20 years.
But I mean, even 11 is a lot. I always thought like, bitch, what the fuck? Because when my mom got my dad, she was 15. My dad was 25, and I could never imagine like being 15 and dating someone that's 25.
That's
like,
so crazy because that doesn't make sense. But like me looking at it now, I'm like, I would date someone older than me.
Yeah.
Like now, like at this age.
At 25, but at 15, bitch.
Yeah, being 15 with somebody that's 25 is a little crazy because I'm like, you're 25 years old.
What the fuck do you
like,
want with a 15-year-old?
Like what? That's like me looking at like my little niece and nephews, like little friends, and being like, hey, like that's so weird. You don't think that's fucking weird?
100%. But and my mom always say, pero los tiempos en México eran diferentes.
No,
like, bitch,
girl,
shut the fuck
I'm
up.
with the trauma, not the trauma dumping.
Literally, like stop it right now. I mean, love my dad.
Like that TikTok was like, eso eran tus tiempos. En los tiempos de las cavernícolas. I fucking love that video.
Girl, I spend so much time on TikTok. Like, I literally speak in like TikTok language. Like memes and everything.
I never noticed how different my algorithm is to others, though.
Until you say something and they don't get it, and you're like, oh, we're not the same algorithm.
Or they send me something and I'll be like, why the fuck did you send me this whack ass shit?
I know you probably thought about me a lot. Like, I'd be sending you a bunch of dumb shit.
No, dude, I hate when Sonia always sends me like cooking videos, and she's like, make this. I'm like, okay, bitch.
Blocked.
I like to cook. I'm not like a cook.
Yeah.
But I do like to like try recipes that I see online and stuff. I want to say, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm a pretty good cook.
Do you cook?
I'm a good cook. I like to like.
We haven't tried.
I said,
I'm like,
what's her specialty?
I'm like holding the gun to your face. I'm like, better say something good.
What's her best dish?
She just made some ceviche.
Ooh.
Hey, but that's easy. That's light work. That's
like,
light work.
She'll make, I don't know what it's called.
You can fuck up a
Sopa
ceviche.
box with like some rice. She She
Oh,
makes
okay.
like a special sauce with it.
Okay, yeah. Because I've been in like a sushi, like tofu cake.
Okay.
But my favorite dish, I love like chile rellenos, camarones, bitch. Like, bitch. I'm a mom, so I
Yeah.
feel like I've always liked to cook before that. But I feel like when I became a mom, I was like, bitch, I'm gonna put in work with my mom did. Like, ever since I grew up, he's gonna be like, my mom cooks good.
I love that because I hate going to
Yeah.
other people's houses and I'm like, yo, this shit's ass. You grew up with this? Like, this is the food you've been eating your whole
Or like
life?
when you go to like a friend's house who's like a different ethnicity than you, and you're just like, eek.
Y'all just surviving off chicken nuggets?
Literally, like
They were like,
that's
down, girl. Next
crazy.
time you
Like
come over to my
frozen
house.
dinners. Like, yikes.
Dude, one time I went to a friend's party and her mom was like, "Oh, we have tacos," and I was like, "Cool." And then we went and she heated up the tortillas in the microwave, and I was like,
Con la mano.
"Yeah." I was
This
like,
is gonna be
they were white
a long
though.
day.
They were just like making, they were doing their best, I think.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Yo, like, quieren que me ponga?" Nah, I'm just kidding. But
Literally, like it's not a problem.
¿Quieren que las tortillas?
I promise. Las hago mano si quieres. Like literally.
You're all bringing out the
the
tortilla
flour
mix?
and everything. You're like, I
Echas a
got you,
mano,
babe.
the molino.
Come on, making it from scratch.
Dude, I feel like I'm so spoiled. Like with
Yeah.
food, like my mom is a great cook.
Yeah.
But ask me if I learned anything.
Did she
I
teach
didn't-
you though? Did she want to teach you?
She wanted to, pero como que no.
You were like
she
in a
wouldn't-
rebellious era.
Yeah, I
Like
was-
cooking
yeah.
was not really on your mind.
Yeah, it was not.
It's never
it was
too
not my
late.
vibe. I just started. Like I cook for myself, but
Yeah.
I cook like
The basics.
like basics, and I also like I train a lot, so my meals are more like dry ass chicken. And
like
rice.
gym meals?
Like meal
like
prep
gym
type.
meals, like meal preps. But as of recent, porque ando toda enamorada. I'm like cooking a little more now, just
You're
because I'm
like-
kind of like, oh, what do you want?
Spoil my man.
Yeah.
You're like, I got
If you get food poisoning,
How do you like your chicken? Medium rare?
buddy.
Oh my
You're like looking at him like this seasoning, like this one.
I'm like, ¿cómo lo cocinas?
¿Cómo lo hace tu mamá? I'll do it just like hey.
No, literally not. I've like my brothers. Well, one of my older brothers is actually a chef, and you would
Bitch.
think like, oh, I learned something from him because
Little
like
something.
I watched him go through culinary school and stuff. I'm like, girl, I didn't learn jack shit from him. I would just eat all the food that he would
You're
make.
just like yes, I'll eat it.
But I'll be like, girl, I have no shame in my game. I'm like, mami, ¿cómo hago una sopita de fideo? I'll FaceTime her.
Me
real.
too.
I'll FaceTime her. I'm at the
Real.
market. I'm like, ¿qué agarro? And she'll tell me, and I'll buy the ingredients, and she'll literally sit there and walk me through like steps on FaceTime.
That's the
I have no
best.
shame.
Aw.
I'm
That's
like,
the
at
best.
least I'm trying.
And that's honestly how you learn. The thing I have like whenever I want my mom's recipe, I'll go. You know, you can search like in your messages, like you
Yeah.
type in a word. I'll be like, "Mami, cómo se hace?" And then all the recipes that she sent me has look.
I
Come
don't know
on.
you could do that. What the fuck?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
So far, I have sopa de fideo down, and I have
fave.
that's about it.
That's
I
a
have
good
sopita-
start.
That's
No.
the best one though.
I have sopita de fideo down for sure for like Spanish dishes because I cook more like I like pastas and like Italian
Ooh,
food.
okay.
So pastas and Italian food,
Pasta bomb.
I can fuck up a
yeah,
good
fuck it up.
pasta. Like I can do
Yeah.
that myself, but like Spanish dishes, I didn't really get a chance to learn. But my mom cooks really good, so
Yeah.
I'm like, hopefully that shit rubs off on
They're,
me.
they're
because-
Spanish for sure is more intricate. There's
Oh,
more
yeah.
like steps. There's
Sazon,
more.
man.
Yeah, there's more to it. For
I do
sure.
feel like the base of the sopa de fideo is pretty much the base of every
Yeah.
Mexican
Every
dish, though.
dish,
Yeah.
I'm me and my North Suiza against the world.
Oh, for sure. Agarras unas patas de pollo and you just need the caldito and you're good.
She eats hers with banana.
I just had some last night
What do you
actually.
eat with banana?
My sopa de fideo.
Oh, girl, that I
I wanted to ask you if you ate it like that.
No, not my sopa de fideo, but I do eat arroz con plátano.
Oh, I've heard that too.
Like
I-
the plátano macho or banana?
Banana.
No, just banana.
Oh, okay.
I've seen
See,
that too.
And I wanted to,
Like
I wanted
Spanish
to throw her
rice.
under the bus because I just, it's
You're all trying to
No,
talk
I
shit.
literally think it's still on my
it's
story.
insane to me. The
No,
fact that
I
she did
posted
that.
one time. I was like, guys, I love eating. See, but that looks bussin'.
Dude,
Like,
that
I would
shit.
eat that.
See, thank
I
you.
would try that.
Thank you.
Because look,
Look,
I will
and
not.
then my next meal was cereal with.
Oh, girl,
I had to finish my banana.
I will
So.
not knock it until I try it. And I'm not gonna lie, I already made like sopa de fideo a million times
You
from
can't?
that moment, and I have the banana sitting right there, and I'm like, they're like looking at me, and I'm like, should I?
She can't bring herself to
And I'm
fucking do
like,
it.
not today, but I will try it eventually.
It's good.
I know I'm gonna like it. That's why I don't want to try
What's
it.
the worst that you can happen? You throw up? I don't
The
know.
worst is that I'm gonna like it, and then
Spit it out.
then
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it back all the times I talk shit about it.
So true. Dude, my friend actually last night when I posted that, he was like, I'm not even gonna judge because I eat my banana with cheese.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
That's worse.
I'm sorry to my friend to throw him under the bus, but I literally was like, I'm not gonna judge you out loud, friend.
Oh my
But
god,
keep it in here.
Yeah, I was like in my head,
Mental
like
no.
no. But I
mental
did say I'm gonna
illness
try
vibes.
it.
Yeah.
Cause
But you're not.
fuck it. Fuck it, dude.
Wait. What
Banana
kind of
with
cheese?
He
First
said
off?
Monterey Jack.
Oh, you know what? Okay, it's not that weird. Now
Monterey
that I'm
Jack?
thinking, porque, pero I have it with plátano. This one time I had like I believe it's like Salvadorian or like a Cuban dish que es plátano frito con queso cotija. I think it's cotija, or it might be a different cheese, like a queso fresco or something like that. Con frijoles refritos, I think.
Okay, but I mean, like,
I think that's like
that
Colombian.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
Colombian.
yeah, yeah.
But that's Salvadorian too.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
Salvador-
So
it must
one
be
of
like
those two.
like a what is it? What are they called over there in that area?
Like Central American.
I think it's a Central
Yeah.
American thing because Hugo's half Salvi and he eats that like dish all the time.
To be fair,
It's
though,
hella good though.
I don't
And
really fuck
Platanos
with
tastes
Platanos
different.
Machos
Me either.
though. Like to me,
Me either. I don't know
Platanos
why.
Machos is a dessert, and I might eat that shit with lechera.
Excuse
No,
me.
you're fine.
Plátanos con ese, was it? Caramelo? Plátanos fritos.
Yummy.
Girl, have you ever been to San Pedro?
No.
Yes. Ooh, have you been to like the pier with like
Yeah,
the,
okay. There's usually like vendors out there with
Yeah.
like that they have the plátanos. Girl, every time
They're bomb as fuck?
every time we would go, I was like, Mami, quiero un plátano.
Yeah. Grown 25, like my
mami,
wallet's
me lo
not
co-
here, babe. When I'm with my
Me with
parents,
my mom, me with my mom and dad, I'm like, what purse, mom? Oh my god, shit.
literally, I'm like, when I'm with my parents,
mami, me lo
I don't
compras?
think about my wallet.
I'm very much like I went shopping with my mom and I was like at Victoria's Secret and I was like, oh, mami, tú primero. And she's like, pues ponlo junto. And I'm like, okay,
you
Like literally be shopping with my mom.
Because my dad, like, at this point, like, he already knows I'm gonna do it. He'll just give me a little look and he'll just, he'll just sigh, but, like, a funny sigh, like a, bitch, I know what the fuck you're doing. Like, he won't ever be like, no, you know.
You know what's good? My dad loves going shopping. My dad's very, like, he's, like, into that
He'll
stuff.
walk with you in the store.
Yeah. And I like going to
love that.
Nordstrom's and, like, he encourages like my shopping behavior, which is like such a bad thing to do. Pero me pruebo tacones, and my dad loves tacones. Like he used to love watching like my mom like wear like these big ass high heels and shit. So like when he sees them, he's like, mija, estos están bonitos, and he's like, cómpratelos. I'm all looking at the price tag, they're like $1,000. I'm like, damn bitch. I'm like,
you want to buy for me?
Maybe tú me los compras, papi paga. I'm a papi paga.
Literally, please. I love that. And where are they? They're both from Morelia?
My dad is actually from Durango. Soy de rancho, mama.
Rancho, baby. Do you
And how
like
they
riding
meet.
horses?
I'm all.
Your dad pulled up to the rancho. She's like, esa niña me la llevo.
Me cute. I love that. Answer that one.
My parents met here. So my dad's been here since he was 16, and then my mom got here when she was, I believe, like maybe in her 20s. I mean, there was like an obvious like age gap and stuff. But my mom worked as like a hostess or like a bartender or something like in a bar in LA. Like they grew up, my entire family's like from East LA.
Okay.
And my mom worked at a bar and my dad met her there, and like he would walk in and he would buy these like, I don't know what they're called. I think they're called like orange bangs or like orange, I don't know, like a little drink, like an orange soda.
Oh, yeah.
He would walk into the bar. This is like in the 90s.
Aww.
He would walk into the bar and he would buy like a little soda can and he would drink it, and they were like $1. I don't know, and he would leave her like $100 bill and he would like tip her, and he would just like give it to her.
Okay, I forgive your dad then.
Yeah, and my mom was like, "Este que quiere," but I mean,
she's not gonna say no to $100 tip.
I would have been
in
like,
the 90s, bitch. Come
I'm
on.
like, why are you questioning it?
Yeah.
I would have been like, give me that shit.
Yeah, immediately.
But that's how they essentially met at the bar, and like they would like talk and stuff, and they became friends, and eventually they started dating. But yeah, that's my parents.
Okay, that's better. I thought it was some
when she was
like rancho,
15,
13-year-old girl.
Yeah, she's 20 is different.
Yeah.
You know, your mind's a little different.
And you can make like a proper decision for
compared
yourself.
to, at least compared to 15.
Now
right?
that I think about it,
100%.
I think she was in her 30s for sure. Because
when they like for real settle.
Yeah, because they had me when my mom was like in her 40s, like 43, I believe. Like it was kind of like later. It was
when
kind of
you're the
like,
baby.
oh, miracle. Like how did that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they definitely met when she was like in her 30s. He was like in his 50s. So obviously like the age
Okay,
gap,
then
but
that's
the
not-
age gap doesn't really matter at that point.
Okay.
Y'all thinking that my dad was
Yeah,
like,
a little pervert. Not even gonna lie.
He was like, I'm gonna live my life before I settle down.
yeah,
And he did that.
King.
Yeah.
And he didn't have kids like before that or anything.
yeah, he did. So
Oh.
my dad had 4. He had 4 prior.
And you guys are cool or no?
Yeah. Oh my god. Me and my siblings are all super close.
Oh, I love
my sister from yeah.
No, we be saying a bunch of dumb shit. We're fucking around.
So sorry.
Yeah, one thing a Leo's gonna do is like make a dumbass comment.
One thing about me is I'm gonna cry.
Literally for the plot though.
Do everything for the plot for sure.
Literally.
Yeah. No. My dad had 3 boys and a girl, which is my sister, and then my mom had 2 boys prior.
Oh, so you're
that's
so
why I
real
was
for that. You're
confused.
so real for that because I feel like a lot of people immediately like make the distinction like these are my stepbrothers, like my stepsister.
No,
I feel like
I'm not gonna lie. I've never
that's
met
white people shit.
Yeah, I've never met anyone that like just like, oh no, I have these many brothers and sisters and didn't like make the distinction, which is like says a lot because I've met more like practically always every time it's a step that they make it like a point to say this is like a step though.
No. We're all like super blended and like
like
mingled in like as what my siblings that are from my mom's side, they're my 2 brothers, they're half brothers with each other. And then my siblings from my dad's side, the oldest boy, he's half siblings with the other 2 boys and my sister. The other 2 boys and my sister are full.
Okay.
So they're all everyone's either half or they're step siblings. But my obviously like the oldest ones, we don't really go around with them too much just because like the age gap, they have a lot of work and stuff. Like it's a little harder to kind of like be with them. But my sister and my brother are like my best friends. They
That's like
took
that picture with them.
literally my entire life because my parents were older, so like I didn't really get a chance to have like a childhood with them, if that makes sense. My life was very interesting growing up, so I didn't really get a chance to like have that bond with them. And my siblings did like a great job at making it feel like I was never alone, if that makes sense. Because there was like a huge age gap, and like, you know, if you were to ever talk to them, they'll tell you like, oh, you were our first baby. Like I was their first baby because they were like 15, 16 years old when I came into the picture. And they would always have me. I was always with them. I would go on dates. Like I have known my brother's wife since I was 2 years old. They've been together ever since. And they've been together for years. And like my brother and my sister are basically like my mom and my dad. Like they raised me. Like I give them hella props for everything. Like even though I was a little crazy, but like can you imagine being like 15 raising a baby?
No, I could
like
that. Because I'm just like
You a teen mom, you were all 20.
dude, it felt like it, bro.
I'm all girl.
Like don't do it, bitch. Don't have a child. Don't you fucking dare.
Yeah, but I mean like they were kids too, like raising me.
Yeah.
So they didn't really know, but I mean they did a great fucking job with me.
I could imagine because Emma, how old were you when Jaden was born?
How old is he? 5.
You were 13. 13. And dude, like I know 13 is not that far from 15, but bro, like her and Emily, they were like always with my nephew. Like they always wanted to hang out with him, take him everywhere, like play with him. So it was like I feel like 15 is still like an age where like when you have a baby around, and then at least when it's your sibling, you don't have like the full, I guess, responsibility like feeding them and doing like the extra shit.
Yeah,
it's fun to just have like
you're just there for the good parts.
Yeah, exactly. You're there for the good part, so it's easy for them to just kind of like do all that fun shit.
Yeah,
Love
it was nice though. Like yeah, they're definitely yeah.
Wait, so how much older is your sister than you?
She's 40.
It's like 20, little 20
the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, really?
Well, if you're 25,
You're 25
and she's 40.
Am I mathing wrong?
Maybe
math,
like
baby
a
girl.
little below 20.
Maybe a little under. Yeah, because
below
my
20.
youngest brother, he's like 16. Oh yeah, because they have like a couple years of like an age gap between them too. But they're very close in age.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're step siblings, but they literally grew up like as if they weren't.
They weren't.
We've all been super close our entire lives. Like it's just technically it's my sister, my brother, and then my other brother. But he lives like in a different state, so we don't really see him as much. But it's usually us 3.
Love that.
And yeah, and they all have kids now, so I'm like the
hot rich auntie.
Yeah, the hot rich
Yes, the one that's always traveling.
Literally, that's what I thought I was gonna be, but
No, that's my life. That's literally my life. And my siblings are like, when are you gonna have a kid? I'm like, never.
Don't. Oh my god, I tell her that all the time. It's funny because everyone always tells me like, bro, like for a parent, like you're so like real about being like, fuck them kids.
No, literally, I'm not
And
fuck
it's
them kids.
and it's not because like I hate my kid, because I love my kid, but
Yeah.
I know at this age at least, I feel like there's more that the world can offer that I would rather at least young people to experience before they decided to have children, because
absolutely.
it's definitely an experience that's beautiful, but it can definitely wait. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's just so much to live for, and I mean that you can still live if you have a child, but obviously it's just a completely
Harder.
different way of living when you do have a baby.
I think I've gotten to a point in my life where I just barely starting to
live.
literally love and live my life. And I'm like, there's no way that I could like have a baby at this exact moment in time. And like, I mean, if it happens, but like,
Of course, but if you can prevent it, bitch. Lambi.
Not for me, baby girl.
No, it's okay. We're on the same page.
My dog is literally getting an abortion right now.
Really?
She is, because the big
abortions?
no, the vet told me, he was like, if they're too big, like too far along, like same thing like humans, like they won't do it, but it's because a big ass dog fucked her and she's little, so like
They're scared.
yeah. My cousin was like, do you think you're gonna go to hell for her abortion? I was
No.
like, that's the vet's fucking morality right there. Like, I'm okay.
You're like, babe, I'm already going for other reasons.
I'm pro-life, but
take
pro my
it.
baby's life over the baby's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Dory. Hopefully she's... No, and you know what's crazy? I was driving home from the gym, and I was like, imagine she's dead right now, and they just haven't told me.
Girl?
And then I get to my house,
Your
and...
intrusive thoughts are intrusive.
Dude,
being
I
like
get
this.
I get home, and my cousin's like, she's dead. And I was like, what?
Oh, you manifested it.
No, literally. And then he's like, no, I'm asking. I was like, bitch, that's a statement. Like, that's a statement,
Oh,
sir.
there was a question mark.
Literally. And I looked at my mom, and my mom was just kind of like, and I was like, so is she or not? And they're like, no, I don't know. I don't think so. And I was like, oh, okay. And honestly, I was about to call you and be like, Vanessa, I can't do it today. My baby's
Fine.
dead.
My baby's dead.
Dude, I say I hate her, but no, I die without her.
I felt that.
She's ugly.
Do you have dogs?
Oh,
She is, dude. She's not, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm sorry, the drink's
What does she look
hitting.
like? What is she?
She's a cocker, but like,
Is it?
She looks like an
She's all
old person.
giggly.
She looks like
She looks
it.
like an old lady. Dude, she looks like she's like 50 years old. Like old. Like she looks done.
no, dude, she looks like it, the clown. Like,
But she's sweet.
She's
but she
super
looks
nice though.
Old.
She's just not the cutest dog around.
No.
But you know what?
Like, what do you mean?
But you know what's funny that I told her, because I saw her the other day. I was like, dude, I feel like pregnancy is giving her a glow, because why the fuck does she look cute right now? And she was like, dude, no,
Dude, I
literally.
swear she low-key did.
She low-key did. I was like, damn. Like
te da como
she
más
got a little
ternura.
Botox. Like she got a little something.
Yeah,
She was nurturing, babe.
Yeah,
What
I
is
was
it
like-
called when like moms are going through that, like the nesting
Nesting,
phase?
mhm.
She's nesting.
She was for sure. She was working it.
I know. I'm honestly scared that she's gonna get sad or something.
She will. I'm sorry. Just be prepared.
So sad.
Be
I
prepared to
know.
be nice to her. Don't cuss at her. Don't yell at her. Cuddle her, because she's gonna
Stop.
be really
People are gonna
sad.
think I abuse her, and I don't.
No,
She's just
my bad. I'm
she's
just
just
saying. Like,
enfadosa. Like, she always wants to be on you and scratching you. So I'll be like,
move,
out of here.
move,
Yeah.
bitch, yeah. And that's
I'll
valid.
let its time.
That's why I don't
too.
have dogs, because bitch, I'll beat them up.
No.
Like, I'll straight up.
I'll throw hands on my
I
dog.
really will. But no, she will be, because I've had dogs that kind of went through that, but naturally, like they just aborted, like no se pasó, and they
Oh,
were
se le salió.
depressed, bro. Like so.
I hope she understands. It's for
It's
her
for your own
best.
good.
Yeah, because
you're gonna hire like a pet
Therapist?
No, not a therapist, when they can like speak to dogs.
dude, I
shrink?
saw
No,
that.
A
No,
shrink,
it's
like a pet shrink.
I literally
Dude,
saw
imagine.
that. I've
Do
met someone who
it.
does that, because I went to a vegan festival a few years back, and they have like literally like the LA County Fair, but it's all vegan shit.
Yeah.
And in the little room or whatever, people were selling shit, and he was like, "Oh, like, do you need me like cleanse your dog's aura? Like, I can do that for you." And I was like,
Your
no,
dog's
bitch.
having an exorcism in the next room.
It was
fun.
mad weird, because I'm like, for him to be here, it has to be like a stable job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's making money out of this shit, and I don't even know if it's real.
Dude, and I don't doubt it, because I saw this TikTok on my free page the other day, and it was like a pope that was going to like LA. I don't know if you guys saw it, and he was like a pope specifically like he blesses your pets. So like there was like a special time in day in LA where he comes out and literally the video, like it looked packed of people just holding their dogs, their cats, their lizards, their hamsters, their bunnies. Like everybody, and the guy was recording like, oh, like why'd you bring your dog? And he's like, oh, I just want to like bless my dogs para que viva una vida larga. And then someone's like, oh, para que le saque los demonios. She's too mad all the time. You know, like people really do like consider like pets like family, which I know, but then when you see it like in that context where they're willing to go to like a pope to bless them, and like, you know, it's like, damn, people really do be doing the most for
I'm
their
not
pets.
gonna lie, I have a lot of dogs, but to me, my dogs are dogs. Like, I will die for them, and I'll literally jump in front of a car for them, but they're dogs to me. Like, I'm not gonna treat my dog like a human.
Yeah.
That's just not me.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, I can't.
that.
I see people online, on like TikTok, and for a while, I was starting to feel bad. I had to have like a friend who's a vet be like, dude, like, your pet's your pet. You don't have to treat them
like
the way.
like a buy them a carriola and shit. Like,
Fucking
like,
darle like all this bullshit meat. Like, bro, he's getting kibble with water and like a little oil.
To me, like
Little fish oil.
the carriola was it for me. Like,
I love it though.
Fucking way you really have a carriola for your dog right now.
I
Like,
love seeing
babe.
other people do it though.
Not me, though.
Yeah, not me though. My dogs are gonna be treated like dogs. I'm sorry.
That shit's funny.
I have too many though. I have 6.
But you know, if you do that,
Girl.
anybody watching at home, if you treat your dogs like human treatment, like, you know, more power to you.
Yeah, like I'm not hating. I just wouldn't do it because I have
Yeah.
too many and it's too much fucking
You
work.
do have too many, but they're well taken care of. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
They're
good dogs.
living lavish.
Are they all like the same breed?
No. I have a German Shepherd. I have 2 Golden Retrievers, a Corgi, a Cocker Spaniel, and a little Pomeranian.
Girl, you got a full house.
They're the best dogs in the whole world.
They're all sweet.
Yeah.
Like my 2 Goldens, they're like best friends.
Goldens are so sweet.
Yeah, she's not the
And
girl.
then
She's a bitch.
German,
I connected with her German Shepherd.
German
I felt like I
Shepherds are
did.
so smart.
They're
Dude,
sweet.
he's
like, incredible. Like,
literally-
they're born to fucking follow commands. Like, they're just
love
like, I got you. Si, señora.
I love that. Sí, patroncita. I'm like, thank you, sir. No, he is the greatest dog in the history of. I. It's not that I love any. Actually, it's not true. My Pomeranian, I love her the most. But like, I love them for different specific reasons. And my German Shepherd is just checks out everything. Like, he's good. He doesn't run away. He doesn't lick you. He just wants to be petted.
Dude, that like literally like we were so not hungover, but after the
I
peda,
was hungover.
we were out laying on the sun and drinking our Pedialyte, and like her dog came up to me. He was just sitting next to me, like looking me deep in my soul. And I told Steph, I was like, dude,
Just want to make sure you were good, mama.
literally, I was like, dude, I feel I didn't tell this, but I was like, dude, I feel like he's trying to talk to me right now. Like,
You're like,
but
you
I
can speak. It's okay. I
Literally,
won't
was
tell
like,
anyone.
dude, literally, but I did tell. I was like, dude, he looks like a human. Like, he's looking so deep into my soul. I feel like this is a man looking at me right now. This
He's
is not a dog.
soulful.
This is a man.
Aww.
He's sweet. Yeah,
He's old and he only has like a little gray patch like under his chin.
And she got him with his cute little bandana. Like, okay.
They're living good. Even Dory, I'm a bitch to her, but she lives good. Like, they live a good life.
Bitch, you just see their house where they stay at. Like that. And
They're good
that.
dogs.
They're living life.
So
Living life.
yeah, so when I was like on TikTok and I was like, oh my god, like, am I not treating these bitches like good enough? Like, what's wrong with me? But then I was like, they're eating fucking Kirkland,
They're
healthy
fine.
weight, like
Yeah.
they're okay. Sometimes I
They're
have
fine.
coconut water.
You know, sometimes take a
They're
little
chilling.
treat. You know.
Do you have pets?
Sad story.
No.
So I had a German Shepherd lab. His name was Bear. He was a baby. He's gonna be 5 this year. But I have so much going on in my life right now that I, as a responsible dog parent, was like, I have to rehome him. So I just rehomed him less than like 3 weeks ago.
Oh my god.
And it was like the saddest thing ever because I've had him since he was like a couple weeks old. And I was like devastated, just like heartbroken, sobbing hysterically. And I was just like, I hate that I'm doing this, but like, he deserved to be with like a family that was gonna be home 24/7. And it's like, girl, my life like did a full like 180. Like, he grew up in the pandemic. Like, he was used to me being home all the time. And girl, you know, German Shepherds are needy. Needy dogs with a lot of energy. And I was like, I cannot provide that to him right now. And I just felt so wrong, kind of just like having him at home. He had a backyard. He had like a pretty big like house to run around in, but also like he wasn't receiving the attention that I was so used to giving him when the pandemic was happening. So I could tell that he was like kind of sad sometimes. And I was just like, no, like I gotta be like a responsible person and and like do the right thing. So I rehomed him. Thankfully, he's like with one of my gym friends, like his mom. She had found out that like I was looking to rehome him, and she was like, "Give him to me right now. Like I want him now." And she took him, and like he's living his best life. So I'm
And you
like
get to see him still.
Yeah, and he's like, I want to say like maybe like 3 minutes away from like where I live. So like essentially I'm not like, oh, okay, like he's like super far with like a random family. Like, yeah, like I could always text her and just be like, how's he doing? But I mean, he's doing great. Like from the updates I've had, he's living his dream life.
I actually have had to rehome a dog too, and I know the pain, girl.
Oh,
so
yeah,
when
girl.
you say like, I remember
cried.
the night before they were gonna pick him up, I cried like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because even though you tell yourself you're not, because my story is a little different. I only had the dog for maybe like 2-3 months. But even though tú dices like, no me van a encariñar, you know, like you do, no matter the amount of time, like they're just the way that you see that they react towards you, they play with you, and they're just there for you. Like it hurts, you know, especially because you envision like a life they're gonna be with them, you know, they're gonna grow with you and all these things, and then like you said, you have to make the better choice for them and put your like, you have to be selfless, you know, put what you want to the side. And dude, I remember I cried so hard the day before they picked up the dog. He was still a little baby, you know.
But that's even more when you love them the most because they're the cutest.
Yeah, and literally like the next day, and I told the girls like, look, the only reason I gave her to her specifically is because she was like, she showed me pictures of like where she lives, because I interviewed people, bitch. I didn't just like pick like a person.
Yeah.
Like I literally was like, okay, show me where you live. What are you like? Like I was literally like, I want to know the best family that I can possibly give this dog to, because it's hurting my soul. And this girl, she was like, hey, like I live on a farm. Like she sent me pictures, and like she lived on a cute little farm, and she had a horse, and she was like, this is my dog that I already have. And she was like with her little bows and like so cute. Like you could just tell that like she really cared about animals. And she was like, and I just want like another addition to my family, and like yada yada yada. And like they picked up the dog the next day, and like I was like, look, I'm gonna need to follow you on Snapchat. I'm gonna need to follow you on Instagram. I need everything. And to this day, I have her. And dude, she always posts him like after he gets groomed, and he always has like different little bandanas because there's a male, like different little outfits. Like she'll post herself like feeding her like farm animals, and then he'll see him running around in the background. Like,
oh my god, that is so cute.
So like every time I see that, I'm like, okay, I did the right thing. You know, like you feel like you did the right thing.
I immediately knew, but it's so crazy because I thought I was gonna have more time after making the decision. I literally I had found out that she was willing to take him, but she was like, "Oh, do you mind like getting his shots updated?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course. Like I'll go ahead and handle that this week. Like I have work and stuff, so it'll take me like a couple days for me to get all of that done for you, but I got you."
Yeah.
Literally, I get home and I'm packing. I don't know what I was packing for. I was doing something that weekend. Oh, I was going to a wedding. I was going to a wedding that weekend, so I was packing my stuff to go, and my brother sends me a text message, and he's like, hey, he's like, actually, she wants the dog tonight. Like, she wants him now. Like,
she doesn't
within
mind
the next 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, my heart sunk. So I was like...
You thought you had some time to kind of process.
I'm like, I don't even have time to, like, process this.
Yeah.
And I just remember packing up all of his stuff and just, like, trying to hold it in. But right when I was leaving, he, like, followed me to the door, and I started, like, hysterically crying, and I hugged him, and I was like, you have no idea what's about to happen right now, and I'm so fucking sorry. Because I felt like I failed him. But also in a sense, too, like, I was like, I know that he deserved a lot more than that. So I was like, I'm so glad that he's going with the family that he's going. And, like, you know, like, from the updates I've had, I'm like, he seems, like, so incredibly happy. So I'm just like, I did the right choice. I genuinely did the right choice, because my life is in shambles. But I cried the whole way. Yeah. Like, the whole car ride, I was listening to, like, sad songs to make me sad.
I believe you, girl.
I'm all crying. I'm like, no, my dog.
All the love songs are about him.
Literally just devastated. I, like, get to my boyfriend's house, and I'm just like... He's like, no, like he knew already. Yeah. He knew what had happened, and he was like, I'm so sorry, and I was just like bawling. Like, I feel like I was so hysterical, but I'm okay now.
It's crazy because I started reading like books about grief, and a lot of them talk about like losses with their dogs.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
It's
yeah, like they'll
hard.
say like, "Oh, I didn't even care about my divorce as much as like how I'm
Shut
grieving."
the fuck
Dude,
up.
on God, like literally on God.
Dang, I know the person that wrote that book was hot.
No,
they got left.
And he says like, oh, like I think it was a woman, but she talks about like how during her divorce, like she didn't really like. It's not that she didn't care; it's just more of like she wasn't as devastated as she thought she was gonna be.
Yeah.
And she felt like she needed therapy when her fucking dog died.
Yeah.
Like she was like, I just loved my dog so much that I felt like I needed therapy for this moment, but not for that, which was crazy.
That makes sense. Cause I mean, like, I'm assuming if you're getting a divorce, you've tried everything, and it's like you've kind of outgrown it, and it's like it doesn't hurt. It's just more like the adjustment of like the new way of living.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of sadness, but I imagine like a dog is like a companion. You know, like
Yeah.
somewhere that's just there for you no matter what. Like the connection. So I can see that.
And it's stupid because the first thing they teach you at like vet tech school, it's like, oh, your animals don't have a conscious, like they don't have feelings.
What?
And I'm like, what are you talking? I know for a fact this is a lie.
Yes.
And they'll tell you, they're like, no, like you're what is it, like oh my fucking
Anthropology?
No. What's it?
I heard anthropology.
Oh my god. It's like when you give like a fictional or like an animal anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic?
Yeah. Like you're trying to make your animal seem like a human, even though it's
they
not.
definitely
That's
feel.
bullshit.
I know, that's what I said. I didn't believe it, but I'm like, it's science, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Because anytime I would say Sopita, my homeboy knew that he was like,
he was like,
babes.
ready,
He was like, I
babe.
know.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me dogs don't know.
That's so.
There's no way.
I did. That was like because I went for like a semester, and when they said that, I was like,
Dude, and even like when there's like two dogs together and like one of them passes away and you can see how visibly depressed the other one is.
Those
like,
are the
you're gonna
saddest
tell me they're
videos.
not depressed?
yeah.
That's bullshit.
I've seen those videos and they're so sad. Like
They
you
are.
can just tell like the other dog is like going through it.
I saw this TikTok because I have a cat. I'm not an animal person, but I
You a cat
recently
lady?
discovered that I'm a cat girl. Yes.
You're a
don't
cat
say,
lady.
Don't say lady. No,
Don't
don't make me feel, oh,
You're an old cat.
But you're a lady and you're señora. And I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
¿Dónde vas con la doña de los gatos?
I'm 25. I'm a little girl. No, but yeah, I'm a cat girl. And literally, like, I saw a video of a baby and a cat growing up together. And like the baby was like playing with the cat, and then the last video they had was like he would look like he was like 5 years old playing with the cat, and the next video was him with a white plush cat that looked exactly like his cat with the little collar
You're
that the
lying.
cat was wearing, and they put the saddest song, and bitch, I was bawling my fucking eyes out. I was like, no, and
I was
I didn't
getting
send it
all
to you
emotional.
because I wanted to save you the emotional like
Pain.
The trauma.
the trauma. Yeah, our cat.
I feel like cats are better in the sense that they live longer. So,
Also, too, cats like take care of themselves. You
Yeah.
don't need to do shit for them.
That
Cats are
part.
kind of just like
that part. They're just like
they're like, oh hey bitch, you live here?
they're like, hey, I need a little cuddle, but not too much. Not too fucking much.
Don't touch me.
Not right there.
be like, oh,
Yeah.
you're leaving for 5 days for a trip. I'm like, bye.
You're like,
Oh, I'll walk you to the door, babes.
Leave the tequila pantry open.
Is your cat destructive?
No, and that's why I love her too. I feel like they always say the first cat's good, the second one's the one that's like trash, and they say that about children too. The first baby's easy, and the second one's the worst. I've heard
Me
that
being
so
the
many
second
times.
child. I'm like, what?
Dude, I've heard that so many times. That's why we stayed away from our second cat. But literally, she's perfect.
I feel that. But do you think actually she's perfect, or you think it's because she's yours?
No, she's actually perfect.
Okay.
Asking hard-hitting
Like
questions.
no,
Yeah.
literally, I would tell you right now.
I
She's a little
question
bitch.
that about myself too. I'm like, are these dogs really the best, or are they only the best to me?
No,
But no, I mean
no.
other people's dogs.
Like I've seen cats that like hate people, cannot be around other people, like
Yeah.
scratch people, bite people, like scratch the couches, hang on curtains,
Knock shit over.
like just bitches. I feel like the only thing that Rhea does that could get annoying sometimes is when like we forget to feed her.
Okay.
At her like we forget to feed her at her.
Number for Pita.
We forget to feed her at like her exact, because she has like feeding times, and sometimes we sleep in, you know, and that's like my bad. And so whenever we do not feed her at her exact time, she'll get on the table and like try to scavenge and be like, is there a little crumb on here? Like, you know,
She's like,
that's-
"Please help me."
That's the only thing that could be annoying, that she'll jump on the table. But when I notice that when we do feed her at her exact times, she will not get near the table.
Did you hear your cat having sex? Did you know she had gotten
No,
pregnant?
because she was on the streets being a whore.
Yes.
You did?
No.
Because I heard it sounds
Dude,
terrible
I've heard
when
it though.
cats have sex.
I've heard cats have sex. I hope it was not my bitch, but No. Yeah.
I heard it sounds like fucking someone's getting like murdered.
Shrieking. Yeah, it does. It does sound like that.
Damn.
It sounds bad.
I want to be
it
a cat.
sounds so bad.
Damn, girl.
I need
My next life, I want to be a cat.
And they got 8 lives. Period.
I want to be a street cat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no. And it was, she followed in her mother's footsteps. You know, like, she got pregnant, like homegirl, like me. And, you know, she's a good mother though. She's a good
Like
mom.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Shout out to the cats. Because something I noticed is that a lot of people have not botched plastic surgery, but some people have plastic surgery without working out. And that to me looks really weird. And you have like such a toned, beautiful body.
Oh, I was like, wait, plastic surgery without working?
No,
out?
yeah.
Oh,
Like I have a lot of cousins and like family. I'm always talking shit about my cousins. I'm sorry, guys.
They're all like,
Love you.
You're in the-
No, but like I noticed a lot of like family members that they'll get plastic surgery, but they won't maintain it. So it just looks weird. And I honestly, I remember when I saw your body, I was like, fuck. First of all, your stomach's flat as fuck. But second of all, like your legs. So when you said you were like an athlete, I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I ran cross country like for like 2 years, and then I had to stop running because my knees were all fucked up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I love running. I love being active and stuff. But
whatever your knees faked it. Nah, baby girl.
It's like I kept getting scrapes when I would run. Why did you decide to get like your boobs?
oh, I had no titties.
Like
What
mine,
were
be
your-
honest.
what were
No,
your-
girl. Like
No, baby
Nothing.
girl. Because
Really?
if I
Like it was nothing.
no, like nothing. Like okay, so,
Like you were like an ass girl, not a titty girl.
I've always been an ass girl. Like, thank you, mom. Like,
Thank you,
God
Lord.
bless my mom's genetics because she
Yes.
really pulled through with those.
Yeah.
I've always had like the little like wide hips and like stuff like that. I
Love.
always had like a little kind of like a bubble butt, but like if I don't work out, my butt like disappears. So like if I don't work out, my ass is gone.
Me.
I'm like, my career is over. I'm gonna lose my job.
That little old me.
Gonna lose my job. But like boobs, bro, I had nothing. I was just like, damn. I was like, you know what would be really good if I got them done.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was so set on it. I was like, no, it's gonna happen. Like it's gonna happen at one point. And girl, I had nothing. Like I'm telling you, I was an athlete growing up. So like
Okay.
all of like my chest was, I had like pecs. I had like man
Oh,
pecs.
because you were so
I
like
was very,
active.
yeah, I was very muscular.
But
like
she had
up
that six
top.
pack coming through.
I didn't
Don't
have a
play.
six pack. I've never had a six pack in my entire life, unfortunately.
Like,
but-
go just hype it up.
No, but they don't
just
know
go
that.
with it. Just go with it.
Oh, sorry, pardon. But after I stopped doing sports and stuff, and I was in cheer and like gymnastics, and I did all that shit. Like I was like, you know, I'm gonna get my boobs done. I was like, ese va a ser mi éxito, for sure. And I like went through the internet. I like begged my mom. I thought my mom was gonna be like, no, but my mom is like super pro, like do whatever the fuck you want.
Okay, love.
Because she had her boobs done like
Okay.
twice, so she was like, yeah, that's fine. So I went and I got my boobs done.
Where at?
Dr. Taneja in Pasadena.
In Pasadena?
Shout out Dr. T.
Love.
like-
And how was that experience? Did it hurt more than you think it would? Or do you feel like it wasn't that bad?
I have a really high pain tolerance, so I
Okay.
can't really speak for that because
Okay.
anytime anybody's ever asked me how's the pain, I'm like, girl, I'm the wrong person to ask.
Literally.
Because I will literally, I just raw dog life.
I
When it-
realized recently that that's me.
Yeah, you have high pain tolerance?
Dude, I had my son like no epidural. Like I felt everything.
The worst pain tolerance. I hate being like
Yeah.
in
And
pain.
even bitch, tell her about the fucking micro needling.
Oh yeah, so my cousin does micro needling and
Like eyebrows?
no, just like your whole
Your
face.
face.
She does
Oh,
the, like the
facials.
vampire,
Yeah.
the
Like, they
vampire
take your
facials
blood
or whatever.
out.
Yeah. I always wanted to do that.
It's really good,
fun.
and honestly, she's really
She's
good.
the best. An
Yeah.
LA girl.
It's just yeah, she's in LA
We'll connect
and she's
you.
mobile. She'll go.
We'll connect you with her.
Yeah, she's
I
she's
love
killer.
facials.
She's sweet.
She's super cool, but I think I underestimated how low my pain tolerance is
Yeah.
because Vanessa literally she went first, and I was like, oh, like it's gonna be a breeze.
She's all chilling.
No, literally, I was like, like screaming because it was so painful to me. But and like I get like the body sculpt massages
I
too.
love those.
Dude, I have to be. I'll tell her, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna scream. Like, I'm sorry, but I have to scream. This is the
I'm
only
gonna
way I'm
let
gonna
you
get through this. Yeah.
Girl.
And she's always telling me like, oh my god, you handle it well. And I think she was just lying now because literally she was doing because she said that right here because it's
That's
just
the worst
bone.
part.
Yeah.
That's the worst
Literal,
part.
nomás some like literally metiéndote putazos.
In your bone.
On your bone.
Girl, I get Botox, no fucking.
See, I
anything.
get
I'm
Botox
off.
too, and that
See,
shit didn't
too,
hurt.
'cause she injected our face too.
Oh, she
Like,
she does Botox as well, by the way.
and
Botox.
I mean, not she didn't do Botox on us, but at the time she used like our plasma to inject it in like my acne scars, and like she really came through
collagen?
little
Yeah.
bit, and like it was dope. Like I was like, I thought that was gonna hurt more, but no, like this part was the one that really hurt. And I'm not gonna lie, like it did hurt, but I don't know why I've never been vocal about my pain. Like I really
You're all
like
turned
silently-
on. You're like,
I'm like I really like I like silently right through it. Like I'm like, but then I realized like no, actually like this does hurt, because even this like scar right here, it doesn't look that bad now, but when I got cut, like it was a deep. I could see my veins, I could see my fat, like I could see everything, and it didn't feel like anything to me. I was just like, oh, like this was like nothing.
oh, you're like my mom.
Literally, and then
desensitized.
literally, and that's why I was like, oh shit, like. I think it was at night, because that was the last like painful thing that I've gone through physically. When we had that facial, I realized like I actually think I need to stop telling myself that I have a low pain tolerance, because that's not the case. After everything I've gone through in my life, it's proven like otherwise 100%. So now I'm like, yeah, I have a high pain tolerance. Like,
Yeah.
claiming that shit.
That's good, because then
It's so mental though. Like
It's mental.
so
That
mental.
part.
Because I can tell
That
myself, I'm like,
part.
oh, it's gonna hurt in the beginning, but you'll be fine.
That part.
And like I'll be throughout the process, and like I don't even, so like I'm going through like a tattoo removal process, and my like girl that does my tattoo removal, she like trips out when she does my, because you know like it's on my bone, so she's like, you're a little too calm for this. She's like, I could definitely put this up a couple notches. I'm like, oh yeah, go for it. And she'll literally put it up to like 14 or something, like super high in voltage. And it's just like zappy, and I can smell my skin. It's all fucking bacon in the room. And she's just like, ¿No te duele? I'm like, no.
dude,
But it's
on
not
God.
like, no, and that's, dude, literally that's like the realest thing I heard. Like it really is mental, because like I said, it did hurt, but I'm like, I feel like I'm mentally strong, where it's like, yes, I know it hurts, but like
It's fine.
I can remain composed right now.
Yeah, like it's fine.
I feel like
it'll be over soon.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I'm the like I can do that with emotional pain. Like emotional pain for everything, I'll be like, it's not that bad. Like this isn't that serious. This does, and I'll cry alone. But like whenever I'm talking about something that's happening to me to others, I'm like, yeah, but it's okay. Like it's not that big of a deal. Oh well, that's life. And with physical pain, I'm like, no, dude.
Oh no,
like
no,
this.
exact opposite.
Yeah, I hate that shit. I hate physical pain.
I
I'd be
felt
crying
that. Me
for
too. Every crying in the
everything.
club. I mean,
You
like,
change your tone on me for like 2 seconds. I'm like,
one thing about me, I'm gonna cry.
cry.
Literally. And then she posted too, what I love, redeeming that she posted on her story. She was like, if you're a girl that cries when you're drunk, please stay home this summer. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I fucking felt that, because
everyone
I was
in
like,
my
bro.
DMs was like, damn sis. And then somebody's like, yeah, and the ones that fight too. I was like, okay, baby.
The ones that fight.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, should I tell him that I'd be crying too? And I'd be fighting when I'm drunk.
Dude, like in the push, Vanessa was like, dude, I'm having such a good time. I feel like I'm in a good state of mind. I was like, good, I don't want to hang out with you when you're in a bad mood.
No, but I felt that 100%.
Dude, but honestly, when I saw you getting your tattoo removed and you were smiling, I was like,
I know I'm not talking. I'm like, yeah.
No, low-key, I
So
was
vlogging?
like, this is kind of weird, because all of the videos that I've seen on tattoo removal, it's like, it's more painful than the actual tattoo.
Yeah, they're like, it's the worst. You know what's even funnier? Is like, I went to go get my tattoo removed, and then immediately after, I texted my brother-in-law. I was like, can I get his tattoo right now? He was like, yeah, come over. He literally tattooed my finger, like, immediately after. Like, within minutes, I'm all bandaged.
Same hand?
Yeah, same hand. My
Crazy
middle finger.
girl.
And he did red ink on the inside of my finger.
What'd you
and
get?
I got my birth year.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, he's all, happy birthday, bitch. I'm like, thanks. He gave me my little tattoo, but it was just so funny. My like laser girl was just like, she's like, you're like mental. Like something's wrong with you. I'm like, maybe I just like don't feel. Or maybe like I don't know, because I feel it and I'm like, yeah, like this shit kind of hurts.
But it's like not
it's
sending me
like,
over.
I wouldn't like.
I'm not gonna act the fool right now.
My eyebrows, I got them microbladed. I was perfectly fine. I didn't do what is it, like numbing?
Yeah. Oh, what
And
the
my mom,
fuck?
I took my mom. My mom had to get numbed like 6 different times. She was like,
Stop.
she's like, para, por favor. I'm like, girl, she's all gripping onto the fucking chair. I was like, girl, it's not that serious. I'm embarrassed. I'm gonna leave you here. I'm gonna go.
Dude, me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'll never say it out loud, but whenever I'm around someone that's like acting, I'm like, girl, it's not that bad. Relax.
No, it is. Trust me, it is that bad. Dude, like whenever I get my Botox, I'm like, leave that fucking numbing cream on for 45 minutes, bitch.
You're
like, I
lying.
can't.
Girl, I got my lip filler and I was like, easy.
These are
Stop
not your
it
original- these are not
right
your
fucking
lips?
now.
So like my
Because
lip,
I'm sorry, I'm only saying this because I feel like when people get their lips done, they look bubbly. Like they look like kind of like no shape almost. Like it just looks like round.
Yeah.
And yours look like super beautifully shaped. Like they just look like they're just yours.
I made sure, like, when I told my girl who does my injections, I was like, please do not mess with the shape at all. Because I didn't get filler till literally, I got filler for the first time last year in June.
Okay.
So I have, like, pretty, like, naturally big lips. But, the like, with the gummy smile, how we were talking about earlier, like, my inner corners kind of, like, curled in. And I would get Botox to kind of, like, fix that. Okay. But it was just, like, it's not long term, and I mean, like, filler is not really long term either, but I mean, it helps a little bit more. And I was just like, I really want you to just like fill the corners for me and like make my bottom lip a little bit bigger because I have a very heavy top lip. Like my top lip has always been bigger than my bottom. And so she like I get like half a syringe at a time. So I have like a syringe and a half at the moment. And I don't think I'm gonna go bigger than this because I feel like my lips are fucking huge right now. But I mean, she's like very good with like shaping and stuff, and like I told her, I was like, please do not change the shape. I was like, I love my like super sharp Cupid's bow, like don't fuck with that. Yeah. So yeah.
Then more people need to tell that to their fucking people, because some people out here looking.
It really is depending on who you go to, though.
I'm all shout out to my girl
like
Liza.
I'm so sorry, but it's like more do what you want to do, obviously for yourself, but it's like sometimes like. No, like it just doesn't look good. Like it doesn't look good, girl.
But
like,
that's what I'm saying, because some doctors, like the girl that does my fillers too, she'll tell you like, any more than this, you're gonna look crazy. I'll do it for you, but like I don't recommend it.
I don't want you to do that.
Yeah, and some doctors like you go and you're like, I want this, and they're like, okay, like let's do it. They don't even
a check.
Exactly.
No les importa porque quieren el dinero.
No, for real. But my fucking body eats that shit up. Like I've gotten lip fillers so many times, and you can never tell because it'll only last like a month or two.
You know what's crazy? I was looking at it, I was like, you can't tell that you have, but you have like really nice like lips.
Thank you. Yeah. So
I want to kiss.
Are we gonna kiss right now?
Wait, I'm a little jealous.
But it's I literally get the same. Like I'm like, just make them like juicier almost. Like just plump them bitches up, and I'll get it, and then I'm like, oh my god, I did too much. And this last time I was like, fuck that. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get a shit ton, because if my body's just gonna eat it, like I don't care.
Like too fast.
Yeah, and I get it under my eyes too. That one lasts a little bit longer.
Girl, I'm not really scared of stuff like that, but like under eye filler is I see the needle go, I'm like, oh, I just know that shit hurts.
Dude,
like,
that actually doesn't
that
hurt.
One, I'm like, that one hurts for sure.
It feels funny. It feels like someone's blowing you up with air. Like it literally, the only thing that hurts is
where do they put it exactly?
They like stick the needle right here. Y te rellenan.
Is it in your? It doesn't touch your eye though, right?
No. It's just like, literally this part.
Like,
it's because I have really deep, like I don't have ojeras in the sense where like I have bags. I just have this really sunken
like a deep
in.
socket.
Yeah. So honestly, that's always been like my trauma. And whenever I see like
trauma.
No, for real, because whenever I see like the clean girl, the clean girl makeup, like I can't do that because I look
dark
crazy.
Under eyes.
So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna fill them bitches up, and that does last longer. I actually need Botox right now.
Girl, you look good. What the fuck?
I know, but right when I see the crease, I'm like, give me a syringe,
I'm
bitch.
like, I have a little bit of movement going on. That should not be happening.
Exactly. I'm like, what do you mean you can see my facial
like what
expression?
do you mean my eyebrow just moved? I'm like, no.
It really be like that, but it's honestly, I think it's worth it. I really like it.
Yeah.
10/10 recommend.
That's
10
crazy. Y'all looking at me like y'all need a little.
I would give you like on your 11th.
Dude, there was a doctor that got a lot of hate on TikTok because people would put in like names of like, oh, what would you do to this person? And she would say like, oh, yeah, like I would do this and that.
Why would she get hate?
Because they're like, oh, why can't you just like, why do people need to like change what? Pretty much she was saying like, oh, this is what I would change to make them more beautiful. And they were like, oh, well, can't people just be beautiful naturally?
Oh my
God. Can, but
people
like, well, you need a little, what is it? Like accentuate your features.
No, literally. When that whole like buccal fat is bad, like it makes you old, everyone was like, didn't you do that? And I was like, yeah, bitch. And I look amazing.
Wait, you got buccal fat removal?
I got the buccal fat removal too.
Girl, I want...
Girl, shut up. You look so good.
Let me look at my notes of things to do.
Honestly, I'm not even lying. That shit was the best decision I've ever made. I don't give a fuck. Like, I hated my big cheeks, and I love the results.
Sorry, real quick.
Go for it.
No,
I'm like, what do you, Tim Burton? You want me in your movie?
She said, Tim Burtonized me, babes.
No, really. And I feel like when you have big cheeks, like, I had really big cheeks. Like that, when they take them out, it looks exactly how you want it to. Like I feel like I got the exact results that I thought I was gonna get, and I'm super happy. But
I could tell a difference too. She looked like I mean, I thought you look a bitch. You look a bad bitch before then. But I could see what you were.
Even in the videos, like when we were recording, it's like in December and then after, and I was like,
oh yeah.
But it's scary. After that, I was like, I'm never, because I want a boob job, but I'm so afraid of it.
Me too. Why? I'm scared.
I'm afraid to get put under.
I'm afraid of cancer.
That too. But not like in a.
Sorry. Straight up, bitch.
New
I'm
fear
scared.
unlocked.
I think it's case by case. I know that cancer in my family runs a lot, and I know a lot. Like I know like 3 people who have had cancer, like breast cancer. I'm not saying it was because of their boob job,
But they had the boobs done.
But they had the boobs done.
They make you get checked.
Like,
So
of how
like
likely?
you have to run like a couple of tests before you actually get your boob job done. Like you
Okay.
do blood work, you do all this like stuff. They like ask for your family history. It's like a
Okay.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Definitely like my biggest fear when I was getting my implants, I was like getting silicone implants. I was so scared. I was like, oh, like what if it ruptures? Like the
Right.
silicone is like bad for you and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went with like saline because I was like, I'll safer option. But I mean like. I've done a lot worse in my life. Like
Yeah.
a little
No, for me, I
a
feel
little
like,
implant's not gonna kill
Yeah.
me.
dude, I feel bad because I feel like literally like sometimes I feel like my brain just like really is out to get me, and I feel like my brain's always like, this happened to somebody else. Like, you're not special, babe. Like, they got cancer, but you're gonna get cancer.
No.
Like, they're gonna die. They like
Oh,
this
like you're
person-
not gonna be
You're not
the exception.
Like, and my brain always like is like on that. It's like,
Yeah.
if this is like likely to happen, bitch, you're gonna be the first one in line for it to happen too. And I don't know why my brain just has always thought like that. Like, I swear, like there was a point like when I had like a really bad like throat pain, and I was like, it's cancer. Like, my brain always goes no, literally, my brain always goes to cancer, always goes to me dying, like always goes to some
Worst case
catastrophic,
scenario.
like worst case scenario.
No.
And that anxiety like lives in me all the time. And I'm like, bro, like, if I get my boob done, like let's say later down, like me being hypothetical, like it does happen, I would just like hate myself. I'd
Yeah,
be
like, you would feel really guilty
like,
about
you had
it.
a gut feeling and you ignored that shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, but I mean, I might still do it, but
I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not saying
I
I'm
really
opposed to
still,
it.
I really still want to. This is only like a 20% like in my brain, but like. Wait, mama, like, wait, what's the math? 80% of me still wants to do it.
Can I ask you, do you feel like you had any kind of, I guess, body dysmorphia after seeing yourself with, like, breasts? Because I feel like that's me, too. Like, I would be like, who is this bitch?
Girl, I go through it to this day.
No way.
Sometimes because I'm telling you, I didn't have anything, and I kind of always struggled with body dysmorphia, like with. You know, like lifting and stuff. Like when it's so crazy. You think you start working out and you're like, oh, the body dysmorphia is gonna go away, and it gets worse because you see yourself in a point where you're like, you're super lean, and then you're like, oh, let me bulk a little bit. You start bulking and you start gaining weight. You're like, oh my god, I feel fat, and then like it's just like constant. Like you never really like it never really goes away. So I was already like body dysmorphia as fuck. And I had always been like, I'm gonna call it ass heavy. Like I had a big butt, like I'm like muscle booty, like just my entire life. And then I got my boobs done, and it was like different because I went from thinking like, oh, my ass was the biggest. I was like, I feel like Kim Kardashian, bitch. Like I got a big ol' ass. And then I got my boobs done, and I couldn't work out, and then my boobs were just so big. Like in the beginning, like because they're swollen,
And they're like sitting.
and I would like look at myself from the side, and I was like, oh my god, I look like a fucking AirPod. Like I can't, like literally, I was just like, I don't like this. Like immediately regretting my decision.
No.
I was like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I started to think, I was like, damn, I'm a big bitch at top now. Like I felt bigger like at the top, and I was like, no, I don't like how it looks. I felt very like. Why am I built like a box? Like I hated it. And like even to this day, sometimes I'm like, I look at myself, I'm like, I don't like it. And sometimes I'm like, I kind of want to take them out, but it's just me being super like
nitpicking,
hyper fixated on the little things. But I mean, I love my boobs. I think
like at the end of the day,
yeah,
for the most
like
part,
I think my boob job was probably one of my favorite things that I've ever done, and like. I think about it all the time. Like, yeah, I'm gonna probably get them redone in like
Shut the fuck
10 years.
up. You want to?
Are you supposed to?
You have to get them switched
to?
out. Yeah, every 10 years you're supposed to.
Oh, wow.
There's people that like keep them for like 20 years.
Yeah,
but that's not good.
That's what I was gonna say. Like most of the people that I know that did get cancer is for that reason that they kind of were just like, well, I already got them done.
Yeah, you have to switch out the bags and stuff, the little fun bags. But I like.
How long ago did you do it? Did you get them done?
I got them when I was 21. I was about to turn 22.
So you've had them for a while.
So it's been 4 years.
Yeah, like 4 years. So I have to kind of start planning now, like where I'm gonna go. Because I think about it, I'm like, oh my god, if I get them removed, I'm literally gonna have saggy boobs. Because
the skin's stretched.
the skin is like stretched now. Like I had nothing. Like you have to think like I had like pecs, like man, like just chesticles. Like I had man chest.
That's how I feel right now.
Like I was like muscle mommy before that. Like you look at my, I wanted to compete really bad. So I was in that stage where I was very like, I was building my upper body, like my lower body. I wasn't like just focused on like growing my ass. Like I was very like built.
Like cutting all the fat in your body.
And I had like big ass shoulders, like arms, and I was like muscle mommy AF. And I was just like, look at my boobs. I'm like, damn girl. I'm like, you don't look feminine at all. So then when I got them done, I was like, yeah. But like the skin for sure stretched. Because I got stretch marks from it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because I didn't have like, it was like nothing right there. It was like,
wow.
Plano.
Damn.
Look good though.
This did not help my decision on whether I wanted to or not.
I'm like, you gotta speak this facts because
So I can ask, what's your like your cup size?
I want to say like double D.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like if I were to do it, because same thing, like I'm like, I feel like I need to do something small. Like I don't want to have big
Massive,
boobs. I just want like
You want
nice
them to be
boobs.
noticeable. Like you want them to.
I like cleavage.
Yeah,
A little bit
cleavage.
cleavage, girl. Like I don't need to have big ass tits. I just want like
the little shape.
you know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes
I don't
like,
want to go to the store and be like, I can't wear this crop top because my boobs are out of this world.
that. I mean,
Like the
I feel
open
like
kind.
I feel like I would still do that.
I'm like, what's
it's
the
more
problem?
of like I think I would have that same reaction where I would be like, dude, like I look, because like I'm shorter. I feel like I would look like a little fucking.
Yeah.
You
something,
can't, you
you know what I
can't
mean?
go too. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but like,
Right.
you can't go too big, like bigger than your body can handle. Because, girl,
I saw that one video of that girl who was like obsessed with getting her boobs done, and she literally they were like out here, and her surgeon was like, "Please stop because you're gonna die." Like she was just like
didn't believe. You know, girl, the back pains that came.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
you got back pain.
Yeah, girl. Like I didn't know back pain was a thing until I got my boobs done, and then I got them done. I was like, damn, these shits are heavy. Like I adjusting the first 2 months, I was like, my back fucking hurts.
Oh wow.
It hurts, and I couldn't sleep on my stomach, and I'm a stomach sleeper. I couldn't sleep on my stomach for like maybe 6 months, and that shit was horrible because I always wanted to do it, but you can't. But like now, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna sleep any position I want. Like I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
What was the pain like? Like on the first couple of days?
It just felt like I had worked out and I had like hit chest really hard. Like it just felt like I was very sore.
Okay.
But that was it for me. Like I took pain meds for one day because girl, those pain meds get you constipated.
Oh.
And I swear to you, like I had just gotten my boobs done and I couldn't go to the bathroom. I looked like I was like 6 months pregnant.
Oh my god, you're all lactating.
she is pregnant.
Girl, my fucking things are all leaking. I was just like, I need to go to the bathroom. I feel like I'm gonna die. I literally, and I had to call my doctor. I was like, what do I do? So I had to take like laxatives.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
See, there's so much that comes with it that I feel like people don't really take into consideration.
They don't even talk about the fact that they look so ugly when you first get them done.
I just found that out too, that you have to like wait for them to drop, right?
Girl, I went to Vegas like a week after I got them done. My boobs were like about 2 fingers away from my collarbone. So my implant was up here and they were shaped like torpedoes. Like they were like my nips were like down here.
No.
Yeah, because they weren't like fully dropped yet. Yeah, because the implant was like up here.
How long does it take for them to drop?
Mine took like 6 months.
Oh wow.
To fully drop and
And is that like the
fluff.
normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was an interesting
My cousin
experience.
it's my cousin Jasmine. She's the one who does like all the fillers and stuff. She has her boobs done too, and she got them done. She was like, "I'm gonna get them done right before your wedding," and I was like, "Okay." And they looked like really good too.
Yeah.
But she went to nursing school and then she started working with a plastic surgeon, and he's the one who did it for her. Yeah,
Lucky.
I know.
Lucky.
I've always wanted to work at Hooters because I heard that like after a year working there, they give you a boob job for free.
You're lying.
Yeah, at Hooters.
What the fuck?
Because that's like their brand.
Right.
You're lying.
Yeah, and you can
That's
get it
not
for
true.
free. No, look it up. It's 100% true.
I'm gonna go look that
One
up
of my
when I
friends,
get home.
one of my friends did it like that.
Let's see.
She got her boobs done like
Really?
that.
But
She
like, do
came
you
out-
need to be like
Do you have to go to their doctor?
like do you have to go like a
I don't
good
know the
employee?
mechanics of it, but I know that
technicality?
I don't know, but I know it's like a fact that once you've been working there for a certain amount of time, they will pay for your boob job.
No fucking
You're
way.
lying.
I swear to God.
Hooters.
I have been looking for a waitressing job.
No, for real, they do it. It's like a fact. Like I looked it up to you when I heard it's legit.
Oh my God. I don't know. Maybe I think if I'm 30 and I'm still with the idea of it, I will definitely do it. But I think right now I'm trying to grow my ass. Like,
Period.
I already kind of have same thing. Like I was more nalgona than anything.
Yeah.
So I never really cared about my boobs, but I never realized that I had a little bit more boobs than I thought I did. Cause now same thing. Like now that I work out, I'm like, there's nothing there. Like they're gone.
It, like, disappears.
It really does. And it fucking sucks. So I feel like same thing. Like now I'm like, should I get my boobs done? Like, does my body look weird? Like so flat? Do I look man? That's always my thing. I'm like, do I look manly? And my little brother's a fucking asshole. He's always like, you look like a linebacker.
No. Girl.
He's like, if I put a bag over your head right now, I couldn't tell if you're a boy or a girl. And I'm like,
brother humble. They just humble.
I literally my 13th reason for sure.
It was. I called my gym partner and I was like, I'm not doing back anymore. Like, fucking count me out. I'm done.
My best friend and I call ourselves big back bitches. Because we go to the gym, we have to stop training back because our backs are getting big as fuck. I was like, we look like linebackers, literally exactly how you said.
It's hard. That's why now I do more I try to add a little bit of calisthenics because I'm like, at least I'm gonna shred and I'm gonna have like natural body strength as opposed to like just lifting weights. So I really never lift.
What is that?
Calisthenics is more like workouts using your own body. Okay, so like I do like now I try to I'm a one pull up in. I'm trying to do 2 like dips, just stuff that push ups, shit like that. Nothing with weights on my back specifically.
Yeah. Yes.
But with chest, low key chest makes your tits, like your cleavage, look so good. Because I don't have that big of tits, but when I wear like a nice bra, like it looks like very.
They do.
That's how I got my pecs, girl. I was training them so hard, but
I don't train that hard though. To be fair,
I was trying to and
then if you're saying you were trying to compete and all, what you just stopped doing that? You never tried
COVID
it.
Hit.
Do you feel like that's a goal you still want to achieve?
I think about it a lot, but I'm like, I have to test my discipline.
Yeah,
for sure, because it's crazy. Like right now, I have a trainer.
I have a friend who competed in what are they called? The golden.
I don't know what they're called, but
what is it? What is it for the men's? When the
classic physique.
Mr.
Olympia.
Yes, he competed for that. I think he came like 3rd or 2nd
from
my high school.
Yeah, but they're I have my friend from high school also. She competes, and she's not my friend. This lovely girl that I know, but
I'd like to think we're friends.
Yeah, she's my internet friend, I think. But I would see the same thing, like you said, like the discipline of it. And I'm like, dude, shout out to whoever.
You can do it, girl. I believe in you.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
I believe in you.
I feel like it's more mental than anything.
You know what it is? I'm in my party girl era.
Oh, no.
And got a chokehold on me.
That's true.
Right
the drinks,
now. Especially summertime, girl. You're about to see me everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be outside.
Hell yeah.
I love that though, because I feel like you go through your phases, and if you're in your drinking era, then you're in your drinking era. That's
why honestly, dreams change. That used to be my dream. Maybe one day again.
Maybe not.
That's me too. That's how right now I'm in my fit girl era. I have to right now, literally today I was like, no, I'm done.
I desperately want to be a fit girly.
It's hard.
One day. Not right now. One day though.
It's hard to commit because I feel like it's the only I have to plan my days around that.
Yeah.
And as opposed to before, it would be like, oh well, if I make it to the gym, and now when I don't go, I'm like, you motherfuckers, you wasted my time, and now I can't go to the gym or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's hard to. Because even with drinking, I'm like, oh, I want to drink, but I know it's going to set me back on my fitness goals.
I'm so proud of you, actually.
Thank you. It wasn't by choice, definitely. My physical body is like, don't do it, bitch.
But I mean, people still will say, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People have your issues and they're still like, we'll deal with it tomorrow. And you really no.
I know.
Which I hate because I want to get fucked up with you all the time.
Dude, my mom was like, ya te vi a ti, Vanessa, borrachas el otro día.
She went on our live?
Dude, we broke my shot glass. Remember that shit was all on the floor?
We got wild. And which was me. Next time you have to join us.
Yes. It was so random.
We went swimming the next day too.
No, yeah.
Dude, she lives, I'm not going to say it, but dude, she lives super close.
Shut up. Dude. And I literally just told Vanessa, I was like, I want to have pool parties for the summer.
Okay, dude, do it.
My backyard's a vibe.
It's gorgeous. Chef's kiss.
It's a fucking vibe.
I love playing mermaids, girl. I love playing drunk mermaids.
We'll play novelas in the pool.
We're drowning.
I know. I'm so down. Yeah. Especially for summer. I'm like, yes.
I know. I want to be really tan this summer. I feel like I'm naturally not that light, but I want to be
you look like you tan good though.
Yeah, like I come in the sun for like 15 minutes and
You
I'll
look golden
tan.
crisp. Like you look like a little golden
I
crisp.
turn red.
you.
I hate it. I
Well,
burn,
do
baby
you
girl.
tan like spray tan?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I got a spray tan for Coachella. Could you tell?
Ooh, I could, but it looks good.
So good.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Oh yeah.
Was it your first time doing it or no?
No. I've had spray tans before, and I self tan all the time.
Oh, okay. Because I'm
It's just,
scared
like,
of tanning.
It evens out your skin.
It looks, and I feel like if I got it, I would like it.
I do it a lot for like big shoots.
Got it.
Yeah.
I feel like I stay away from tanning and like Botox, things like that, because I feel like if once I do it, there's no going back.
It's
like,
an
I'm
expensive
scared.
addiction.
Yeah, I'm scared.
But I also tell myself like I don't do my brows. Like I'm not my brows. Sorry, like my lashes.
Oh, okay.
Like I feel like
so you're
I'm
like you're like
yeah,
what is
like
that
it's
one
when
word?
I feel like I could pick and choose. Like I'm not gonna
Okay.
do my lashes, but maybe I want to get a tan and like
Okay.
I'll spend a lot of money on like my nails and stuff like
Gotcha,
that.
yeah.
gotcha. That makes sense.
You have to balance it.
Yeah.
Cause imagine, bitch. What, do you have your lashes done?
No.
Dude, they're fucking long.
Thank you.
I've been staring at them this whole time, and I'm like, I have to see if she has like fake ones. They're super long.
No, they're my natural lashes.
Cute.
I'm like allergic to the lash glue. I was like a lash extension girly for like a really long time, and then eventually at one point my eyes just kind of were like, no, enough, babes. So I can't do lash extensions anymore because my eyes get super irritated and red.
You can wear like falsies though. Like
I could do falsies.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But honestly, you're one of like the chosen because you literally look good without them. You know what I mean? Like I'm a woman supporter, but sometimes I do look at some girls, myself included. I'm like, damn, you would benefit from like a little lashing. You know, that would just elevate it. But then I look at girls like you too, because you're one of them too.
Yeah.
Where you just like curl your lashes, put mascara. And I'm like, damn.
I think curling my lashes
I
and putting
love
mascara on does like all the difference.
Like,
No,
I wish,
really.
I
Yeah,
wish.
I go from like sad and depressed to like happy and like bushy eyed.
yeah, I
Dude,
feel like
she's
I
really
look
bushy
like
tail.
I go like this,
Yeah.
like a little puppy dog.
Honestly, like,
Zodiac.
you don't even like put like no makeup on, but just that is like it takes it to the next
But that's
level.
kind of why lashes are like good too, because you don't really have to wear
You don't
makeup
have to do
and you just
shit,
have like
you
the
just look
lashes
good.
on.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is hard because I'm same thing. I sleep on my stomach and they're like, oh, we can't sleep like that. And you have to brush them.
Yeah, I sleep like on one side of my face, and I would always wake up with like 30 lashes missing like on one side. One side, I look like I had like a droopy eye and shit.
And they're fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that thing
Expensive
is
habit.
no, I can't. I'm like $400, bitch, or $200. I don't give a fuck. I could spend that on shoes.
My sisters, it's so funny because they get their lashes done. My older one and the one that's after me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're always on the lookout for like that up and coming lash tech because they don't charge as much, but the work
they're all
is
free
good. They're always like, and dude, and they always do. They always find somebody. It's like, you know, when you have it in you, where it's like, I know I'm gonna find someone. Dude, they
Yeah.
always do, because I feel like lash techs are like coming up right now. Like there's like a gazillion everywhere.
Yeah.
And every time they come, I'm like, where'd you go? Like it's always a new girl.
Yeah.
How much you pay? $60. Like, bitch, okay, good for
She said,
you.
oh, I'm just a little lash
Yeah,
model
do
moment.
your thing. Go ahead.
That's so true. They're like looking for lash models, and your sister's like booked.
Literally.
I get scared, girl. I don't know.
I feel like as long as they have like the pictures and like the comments to kind of like back up like this, like a legit, like
Yeah.
it's valid. But it's like if it looks like, you know, 100 followers, no comments, like 3 likes, like stay away from those.
I see the crazy ones where they have like those big ass like
Oh,
fucking
the eyes all red.
like the 100mm lashes, and the camera's all bright. And
They're all trying to keep their eyes
When
open.
they do the fucking nails and it's like literally like fucking all the way the fuck over here, like bruh.
I want to be
that's
that girl.
insane.
I feel like inside I'm that girl. I just can't
Really?
function.
I
Yeah.
could not see you with nails like this long.
But like my brain wants it so bad.
Could you
I just
imagine
can't
being
physically
at the
function.
gym with like nails
All
like
trying to
this
lift
long?
weights.
Dude, it's hard because you can't get a good grip.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You're a gym girly. You would never work out.
Damn it.
It's like a Romeo and Juliet story. Like,
No, really.
Never
That's
gonna
why
happen.
I want to start rock climbing again. So that's why I haven't gotten my nails done.
You
'cause
rock climb? That's so fun.
It is really fun.
Like at the rock climbing.
Yeah, like at
parks?
the gym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because
and she's fucking good at it. She posted a video one time and I was like, fucking Tarzan ass bitch. And she's over here like climbing
of
that
the
shit like
jungle.
it's nothing. Like strong ass hoe. Like,
it's really hard though.
Yeah.
But I liked my back the most when I was rock climbing.
because it's like mostly calisthenics.
Yeah, you're fucking shredded. And so right now I'm in that vibe where I'm like, no, like I need to get the body that I want. And
Yeah.
that's the sport that I also Jason Momoa has like a kind of like a game, like a Survivor almost game where they rock climb. And I watched
What the
it.
fuck was that?
Gunshots or fireworks?
That literally
I
felt
think
like
it
an
was-
explosion.
Wasn't that in Saul's room?
Shut the I swear to God.
What are you doing?
That was over there. I heard it over here.
Dude, no, I felt it from like this.
No, I heard it
right
this
here,
way.
like this way.
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe it was over here, but I heard it like right here.
Soul's room. Imagine. Bitch, we'd be done. We'd be dead right now. If this was in Soul's room.
It was Sal's creepy neighbor.
Real quick though, before we like end off, I've been like the Met Gala has just been in my brain. I just been like, dude, Met Gala. Like for me personally, I can't believe it's happening again. It's an annual
It was
thing?
recent. Yeah.
Yeah. But it did feel like
No, because there was like 2, wasn't there? This year? Because like they were making up for the one from COVID or something like that. So they had like 2 like back to back. There was one in
Wow.
September or something like that.
Oh, no wonder. I was like, bro, I could feel like it.
like we
one
just saw it.
we
Wait, what was
had
the theme
one.
in September?
I might be lying. I don't know.
I believe it. We don't fact check over here. People hate us for
If
that.
you say it's true, it's
We
true.
believe it. Like it's your world. We're just. We're gonna guess it's your world. We're just living in it. Like we go with whatever you say.
Yeah. What's the Met Gala this year?
I don't know.
Some guy.
Oh, Karl Lagerfeld.
Yeah.
Karl Lagerfeld. Sorry.
Who the
I'm
fuck
so
is
sorry.
that?
Some fashion
Girl,
guy.
Never heard
he's
of
a
him.
Chanel-y girly. Chanel-y girl.
I'm not like big in
Don't
the
know
fashion
brands.
world.
Don't know names.
I just like being fashion police as fuck for the Met Gala. As I'm sitting here in my
Yeah, I'm like, so me and my Skechers.
I'm like, that outfit was shit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm wearing joggers and a fucking
Literally.
denim
I'm in
jacket.
Shein.
You're like, this outfit's better than that shit.
But honestly, sometimes I'm like, who the fuck approved this?
Like
Yeah.
the Kylie Jenner outfit that we were talking about
The
earlier.
wedding
The
one?
wedding one was crazy. Okay.
The fucking snapback.
That was not a moment. I'm so sorry. I
she
get it.
doesn't have no real friends after that.
No,
How the
really.
fuck did nobody tell her like,
Bitch,
babe,
what are
this
you
is not
wearing?
it?
I guess she was trying to represent Virgil, but it was also kind of like, like it was a little.
I just feel like if like how many people have to look at you and be like, dude, that looks good.
I would have anxiety.
I would be like, you're lying to me, to my face. You want me to make a fool out of myself.
You know who looks good?
Who?
8 tonight. When we were talking about it, Mr. Bad Bunny.
You know what? Let me go look at it because I didn't
Girl,
see it.
I saw
He's
the front. I
having-
couldn't find the back.
He's having a little slutty backless
Benny.
moment, and I'm like, to all the men out there, please start wearing backless tops and crop tops. Like, we support it 100%.
Ooh,
like,
we love a good bag.
We love a good
muscular
back moment.
Yes.
Like, I think about it all the time when I see girlies with like backless outfits, and I say,
Wait, let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
and he's wearing Jacquemies. He's wearing Jacquemies, and he looks incredible.
looks so good.
Delish. Like,
That actually looks really
and
good.
the little chain with the J on it. I was like, perfect.
Yes.
Sorry, y'all
8-0.
overhyped the fuck out of this.
Are you serious? But you know what? You know what I think it is? I think it's a gym girly thing.
Emma, look at this shit.
It looks
No
good.
muscle whatsoever, bruh.
He's yummy.
It looks sexy.
It looks like my
He
back.
looks. That's what I was gonna say. He looks feminine.
Side eye. Side eye.
me, bitch.
Bitch, I know Stephanie's back looks better than this.
That's a bad picture.
He looks like a bad bitch.
You
But
have to
I like
get
The
him
outfit's
walking.
good, but he needs to work on his back a little more.
You have to get him walking because he looked good. His back muscles
Okay,
were moving.
that I
sis.
felt that. I know
To be
that.
fair, it's not like he has like a ripped body. Like, you know what I mean? Not everyone
true.
can look all fucking muscular and shit.
right.
Like he looks
True.
he looks cute. Like I want to give him an nalgadita. Like, oh, good job.
The outfit's cute.
I love it. I actually do.
I feel like I've seen like a lot of like shredded backs from guys. I'm like, okay, this is fine.
I
You know?
think-
So it's like,
I think the reason I like it is because I fucking hate men at the Met Gala. Like they're so boring.
Boring.
Okay.
So that like
That's
just
different.
is serving a little
With the
bit.
no, the
exception of
outfit's
Jared
hella
Leto.
serving.
Oh yeah, Jared Leto always looks good as fuck.
Did you see Jared Leto? He's
Yeah,
like,
I've
he's
seen
like in a
him.
full
I've seen
cat
his
outfit.
looks.
No, today. No,
Today?
today is a cat.
Shut the fuck
But
up.
also Doja
Oh
Cat.
my God, I love cats.
No, Doja Cat was dressed as a cat today, but she ate.
She ate.
Mama
Okay,
ate.
you look Jared Leto. I'm gonna look Doja Cat.
Like, look at the difference between, because I guess the whole theme between both of them was going as.
Are they in love? Just kidding.
No, they're going as Carl.
Okay, but she's a full on cat.
Yeah, but like
Oh, wait, let me
her
see.
outfit's like sickening because she's like paying tribute to Karl Lagerfeld's like cat, which he was like obsessed with. She looks so good.
That is so sweet.
And I think Jared Leto was trying to do the same thing, but Jared Leto looks so great.
What the fuck? Look at this.
It's giving furry.
It's giving. I'm going to the
He
Met
said
Gala
rar.
at 7 p.m. and I'm going to my nephew's
convention.
3rd birthday party at 10 p.m.
What the that you see what I mean though? Like who told him this was like Anna Wintour, baby girl, I know you fucking look at all of
Approve
these.
everything, yeah.
She approves everything.
yeah.
She approved
Everything
that
goes
shit?
through everything ever goes through Anna Wintour.
She was the one that started that shit.
No, I think it started in the 50s and it was like I think it was just to pay homage to like fashion, right? Like the fashion museum.
I think like the Met Gala is supposed to be
it's a fundraiser.
yeah, like a fundraiser / art exhibit for like
Okay.
fashion. or
Fashion,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So how do you donate?
You
To go, you have to pay
Girl.
money.
you have to pay like $100,000 like a ticket.
Yeah, it's like like they paid to be there.
Yeah, and I think right
You
now
don't
the
get
way
sponsors that like brands like. Oh,
I
we'll
think the way it
sponsor
works
you.
right now is that the designers pick their table.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the designer picks like who takes their +1. So like Benito, he's Jacques Mise's +1. But Miss Anne Hathaway was Donatella.
I love her.
Yeah, was Donatella Versace's +1, and she looks.
She ate. I gotta look
Girl.
at
She
it. I
always
love Anne
does.
Hathaway.
Girl.
She always does.
Girl.
It'd be
She
kind of
looks
embarrassing if she
so
didn't
good.
after being in Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
of course.
absolutely. But she looks so good. I was like, queen shit.
You know
Oh
what I
my
didn't
gosh,
like?
she does.
She doesn't look a day over like however old she is. Like she looks so
Oh
good
my
for her
gosh,
age.
she looks so good.
That's what
Out of
happens
all
when
the
you're
outfits we've seen
unproblematic.
today.
Let me see. Oof.
Dude, she looks
bomb.
sexy.
That is a woman. Like, fuck
She's
me.
gorgeous.
Oh my god, Lana Del Rey who? Nah, I'm just saying. I love my girl Nala. Not
Lana.
Lana.
Nala.
Sorry, I'm fucked up.
Bye.
Hey, once the drunk starts hitting, like, babe, I don't give a fuck how I sound.
That's why you bring your sister every time, huh? So she could drive you guys home.
Yes, love her. I love her so much.
She did.
I have some tea on her, but I'm not gonna expose her.
We're not gonna
Good
expose
tea,
it
good
today.
tea, good tea. All good things.
The side eye.
A little side eye moment. I love her so much. So I always tell her, like, dude, I mean, at least not for like the besties, but for the Patreon, because bro, the way that we just be cackling and just, you know, siblings, like in general, just siblings, y'all could just really fuck it up. But you guys, shut up. Your little brother, shut up.
Yeah, I love my little brother.
You know, it's like, what I just want to show the world, but she's a little shy. One day, she tattoos. She has a little tattoo machine, and I was like, sis, on the way, I was like, for the Patreon one day, are you down to like tattoo me? Like nothing crazy. Like I'm down to do something like in a hidden place. And she was like,
And
I'm
you're
shy.
coochie.
in a hidden and on the Patreon.
I would be down. I was actually thinking like kind of like right here, like on
Your
my
booty?
like
In
my
la
booty, like
pompi.
side right here, and I was like down as fuck to be like in the booty shorts.
I'll just hang
the
out and
Patreon.
watch. I'm gonna be screaming. I want a tattoo, but again, with my fucking low pain tolerance, like I'm like all the places I want it, I feel like I'm the most sensitive.
Yeah.
Like I want one right here, and they're like, "Oh, the bone," and
It's
I'm like,
not as bad as you. I feel like
I don't trust you guys anymore. I'm sorry. Don't fucking tell me it's not that bad. 'Cause it's gonna
Never
be
mind.
worse.
But I think that was a great episode.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on.
You're such a
Wait, no, I want
vibe.
to talk about your modeling
Oh,
before we head off.
period.
I'm sorry.
No, we're good.
I feel like honestly, it was such a fun conversation. Like we were
Yeah.
just vibing, but
Yeah.
I do want to talk about your modeling.
Yeah, I mean, I seen you on Laurel's Boutique, and I know you've done a couple other projects, but like, what do you feel like you've been the most proud of, I guess, or when you think on your like little modeling career, girl, because you're going off.
I think this one was like a really small one, and it was like so random. But I went in to do like it wasn't a lingerie shoot, but it was more like intimates and stuff like that.
Okay.
I did not realize that it was gonna be sold like all over fucking Forever 21.
Oh, wow.
So like there's literally boxes of with my face on like in Forever 21, and I'm like,
Oh my
I see them all the time, and people were sending them to me every time they would see it after I turned around. I was like, oh, it's
Dude,
like,
you
I'm
posted it.
Yeah,
I saw. I was like, go off, queen.
Let me buy a box. But
Dude,
yeah.
and I use those, so I might
The
come a
little
box
sticky
too.
boobs, yeah.
Mhm.
It was like one of my like favorite things ever. But modeling was so unexpected for me. Like it kind of happened out of the blue. Literally all because I DM'd or like tweeted at Laura. I was like,
No way.
I want to model for you guys. I tweeted at her like but right before the pandemic happened, like in January. And I was like, I want to model for you. And luckily I had like a pinned tweet of me like with a cute little outfit on. And she saw me and she was like, oh my God. And she DM'd me herself personally. And then we just like she called me in for a casting. I used to work at a gym. I was like a sales girl at a gym, and she called me and she's like, just come on in. She's like, we can do a casting for you. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, but I just pulled up. I was like, I can take cute pictures, like I'm down. And she basically like taught me like the basics of it all, and then I started modeling for her. And then the pandemic, I just like basically quit my other job because I was like, well, dude, I can literally fucking just do this.
Okay.
And then it kind of started opening up a little more doors for me, and then I really got after like everything started to open up after like the pandemic, I started getting a little more serious like about modeling. I would go into more castings. I used to be so shy because I was like, oh, I'm short, like I can't do this shit, like my body type. I mean, like, there's different types of models for different types of things.
Yes.
Like,
People
so,
like don't even imagine like
yeah.
there's models for like so many things.
Yeah.
It's not just runway. I feel like when people think
Yeah.
models, they
It's
think
runway.
runway. They're like, if
I
I'm
mean,
not,
that's like an absolute goal, but like, it's a little harder to obtain. But I mean, I feel like everything's possible. Like, I did not think like I would be doing what I'm doing now.
There you
but,
go.
I mean, it's definitely one of those things where like take a shot at it. But I mean,
Yes.
it's definitely it's a big blessing for sure. Yeah.
And you love it? Like, you
I
love
love
doing
it.
it?
Yeah, it's probably like
So
one of my
sweet.
favorite things because I always saw myself as a little kid. I was like, I want to model so bad, and like I just didn't know how I was gonna do it. And then like now I'm like, oh my god, I was like, little me would be fucking shitting her pants right now. Like she would think I'm so fucking cool these days.
Oh, I
So
love
I'm like-
that.
So it's a little proud moment for myself.
love that.
I'm like, and I'm hoping like eventually it'll like branch off into more. So
Are you working on anything right now?
Not right now at the moment. Like I'm trying to. I'm brewing, but like
We're waiting for you,
it's-
girl. Sending you all the good vibes.
Hopefully soon.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, if you've gone this far, I know you'll achieve anything you fucking want to do, girl.
For sure.
And just like your energy, like your vibe, like that alone tells me you're gonna do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, dude, you're so genuine. I feel like I always kind of get intimidated when I'm like
Yeah.
when we're gonna have a female guest because you never know like
Yeah.
the vibe they're gonna give off.
for
Yeah,
sure.
and yours is honestly just so
Yeah.
light and genuine. I love it.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Like, we do kind of sometimes feel like, ooh, like, because we're not sure. Like, I mean, it's different inviting someone on because, like, we don't know. But because we had already met you at Taste Salud event,
Yeah.
like, me and Steph immediately were like, I love her.
yeah.
And we love her.
You guys
And
met
that's
her when
why-
I was drunk too.
Literally, and that's exactly why I asked you. Because before I asked you drunk as hell, me and her were like, I love her. And I was like, dude, I want her.
I was so
want-
shook when you asked me at Salud because I was like, damn, you guys really want to hear my fucking annoying ass talk? Like,
No,
really? I was like, what are we
no.
going to talk about? Because
Nah, bitch, what do you mean? Oh, we have like a whole 3 hours
I
talking
know.
right now. Like, no,
I
no,
know,
no.
girl. I told you at the start, I was like, I can talk.
Yeah.
Love that.
And that's all we
Kept
need.
you.
That's all we need.
Yeah, because sometimes we have guests that they can talk, but they won't, I guess, make their own conversation. So it kind of stays quiet, and it's
Yeah, so we have to
anyways.
keep like, and they'll give like short answers
Oh,
sometimes.
no, babes. I'll give you the whole story.
Literally,
I'll give you the background to the story.
You give the thought, the adding thought, the supporting.
No,
thought,
wait, I
like,
need to tell you about the
POVs.
first
let me
book
tell you about
first.
the first.
I'll give you the
time.
background to the other person in the story. I'm like,
And, dude, and that's what the fuck we live for. I mean, we appreciate all our guests, obviously, but obviously now that we've been doing this shit for like a minute, we know what makes like a good show as opposed to what might be a little more like, you know,
like put in a little more effort
a little
into
more,
the combo.
you know, and maybe, you know, like it's fine. You know, some people are just not made to be like in front of the camera,
Yeah.
which I totally respect.
I don't mind it. I used to be a little scared, but like now I'm like, oh, I can definitely do it.
Dude, you can do anything.
I was so shy.
Love that.
Sorry,
Well,
guys.
thank you. No, you're fine. Thank you so much for joining us, and I love you already. Like, we better hang
And I
out.
have pool
after this.
parties.
Pool parties.
No,
We
for
better hang
real.
out. We better hang out, bitch. Now that I know you live so fucking close to me,
Yeah,
like,
girl.
stop fucking playing.
I'm on him yet.
Yeah. And thank you, Besties, for joining us on another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the motherfucking Patreon where you get exclusive content, exclusive ratchetness, and feralness from your favorite girls from the motherfucking IE.
Hey.
Roll the clip.
I'm tripping right
Merry
now.
Man and Barnacle
Why the
Boy,
fuck
there
they
you
made
go.
him look cute like
What's
that?
his name?
They don't even give him a
Man
body like
Ray.
that.
Manta
I
Ray.
believe.
SpongeBob.
And see, now you out here fact checking me. That's not cool.
That is mad wild.
Also, it is Menere.
There it is.
Fuck yeah.
Man Ray.
Oh, Man Ray.
Oh,
still.
okay.
Almost there.
That is so funny. So
I always
this
thought-
must be your wallet.
I always thought it was
That
fine.
sounds good
though.
to me.
Little me was like,
Dude,
he's
that was me,
cute.
but with what was the lobster's name? Larry?
Larry.
Larry.
Yeah, me too. I always thought Larry was fine. I still
I
remember.
always thought Sandy Cheeks was funny.
Dude, in her bikini, low key, I could see it.
No.
Dude, I was such
Oh, but
honestly.
you thirsting over a lobster.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm such a whore for cartoons. Like I really am. When I was little, I'd be like, "Why is Simba kind of cute?"
Ew, not a fucking
Mad weird.
Hey, what about that? What about that car from Cars? The light blue.
Lightning McQueen?
no,
low-key?
no. His girl, like the light blue car.
Oh, Sally.
Yeah, Sally, she can get it.
She low-key
What? Fucking weirdo.
got
Oh,
that-
low-key, Lightning McQueen, I remember too,
She's got
thinking
that
like,
tight
damn, he's
muffler.
low-key fine. Y'all saw that? That was so fucking dope. So if you want to see some shit like that, definitely subscribe, and we love you guys. And do you have do you have anything that you want to share? Even if it's not a project, just like your IG, TikTok, anything.
You guys can follow me on TikTok IG. I'm like, I don't know my fucking username.
Find it, bitch.
It's Moreliadelahoya, girl. I know
Moreliadelahoya on
Love.
Instagram, Mo Money on TikTok.
Love.
And that's pretty much it. That's
Love,
me.
love, love.
And-
Thanks, besties.
And we're not gonna plug our shit because y'all know
Y'all
it
already
by
know.
now. Y'all better know it.
But I am going to let you guys know that soon, very soon, I'm going to start making a personal account for me and Vanessa. Because I have so many little videos and like just fun shit that we've done that I just have not morphed into a video.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. Let us know what you guys want to see. We want to branch out a little bit outside of the pod. So let us know anything you guys want to see from
Any content
us.
outside of the podcast, whether it's vlog, whether it's TikToks, whether it's just like any BS you guys want to see.
Bullshit,
we're ready
let
to
us
fucking
know.
do that for you
Yes.
guys.
Time to shout out our Patreon besties. Shout out to you guys. Shout out for supporting 100%. We appreciate you guys so much. So we want to take a little bit of time to just name y'all. Some of these don't have a name. It has your @ name. We personally want to know your name though. So if you want to drop it, go ahead. So we're going to start right off with Julietita. Julia Tello, Noemi Polanco, Evelyn Pérez Villa, Catalina González, Arleth Ornelas, Juliana Ballestros, Victoria Garcia, CS, I don't know who you are, CS Lewis, Lucero Chavez, Denise Chavez, Laura Peña, Tatiana Michelle Long, Sam Montelongo. Is that the one you had trouble saying too? Rivera Robert, Naomi Maldonado Cuevas, Andra Fernandez, María Felipe, Lorenzo Ortiz, Sandra González, and Karencita. Karen, shout out to you. Thank you guys so much for supporting and for just being the best. Let us know what y'all want to see on the Patreon.
No, because I'm so fucking shook that y'all really like love us this much. Like, it makes me be like, damn.
We can't even like fucking tell you how much it means to us. Thank you guys. Love you guys so much, besties.
And we love you guys. Hope you guys are having a beautiful Wednesday when this drops. And we love you guys. Mwah.
Bye, besties.
Bye.